Good evening, Sunday night. Good evening. Look at this packed house we got here. Look at all these beautiful, beautiful people. By the way, everybody, it's Caden's birthday right down there in the bottom. It's her birthday. Say happy birthday, Caden. Don't say it to yourself,
Happy
Caden.
birthday, Caden.
Okay, let me click off of that so y'all can see that. So check it out. It's March Madness, y'all. This is a couple months in the making for me. I've had this kooky, crazy idea that I've wanted to do for months now. And you know what? I don't know if you know this, but I'm a little psychotic and I run 6 Curse of Strahd games simultaneously. I like to call it the Strahdverse. And so I have right around 39 characters. Well, if you include there's a private party that plays one of the nights. So I have right around 45 players, right? But 36 of them are represented by people that belong to Floki's Tavern, right? So those people, right? I was like, hey, I want to do this thing, this crazy thing where it's March Madness, right? And what is March Madness known for? It's known for those basketball pools, right? And everybody betting on college ball and everything, right? But we're all dorks. We're nerds and geeks, right? And we know how to spell basketball. Some of us might actually know how to play. I can play horse, you know what I'm saying? But realistically, we do D&D. Okay? So let's do March Madness D&D style, right? So I took Strahdverse, right? And because of what's going on in the Strahdverse, because the gods are seeing that Strahd's getting some power, right? Some of those gods, those chaotic gods, they saw an opportunity to do some fuckery, right? Some full-blown fuck around, find out, right? So they took all the PCs, they put them in a bag, they shook it all about, and then they just dumped it out and said, this is what's going on. But I took it one step further. I reached out to 5 of my friends who do not play in my Curse of Strahdverse. And I said, hey, I would love for you to come along and guest DM one of the nights of March Madness. So the players are all mixed up. They don't even know each other, right? But until the other day, they didn't even know who their DM was going to be for this week. So, without further ado, I want us to go around for a second. I would like you to say your real name or what your call sign is, whatever you want to go by, right? I want you to state what your character's name is, what your character class is, what night you normally play on, and any social media that you want them to find you on, okay? I am going to go ahead and start with, we're going to do the babies of the room first, which are the 2 lower ones. Hey, and because it's birthday girl and she is the only female on this night, we will be starting with the one, the only birthday girl. Go for it.
Howdy, everyone. My name is Caden. I play Silvia Darlson, a paladin from a futuristic solar punk world. I usually play on Thursday nights, and I'm really happy to be hanging out on Sunday night, which is awesome so far. You can find me mostly on TikTok at Nidak, which is Caden spelt backwards. Very fun there. Outside of that, I'm not online very much, so I'll find you before you find me.
Let's skip over to Morgan.
Hello, my name is Morgan. I play Talon, a Shatterkai Warlock. I play on Sunday nights, so not a big deal for me tonight. And that's about all I've really got to say.
Thanks, brother. Yeah. We're going to shoot right above me to the namesake, Mr. Floki himself.
Oh, hey there. So I am Floki the DM. You can find me on all the socials under Floki the DM. Also recently got the Twitch and YouTube up and going for Floki's Tavern. If you don't know about Floki's Tavern, listen, these guys will tell you all about it. It's a great community that we have built there. Come join us. We have games that pop up randomly. We have stuff going on all the time. We're trying to continue and grow. So come find us, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks, Floki. Sir,
I forgot I'm playing Draven, who is a rogue fighter.
Thank you very much, sir. And you're typically on the every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mr. Modot.
My name is Danny. I play Kers, a Tabaxi monk. I'm usually found here on Sunday nights, and that's where you'll find me.
Thanks,
That's-
Danny.
I
Let's
have
One
no
more
talk-
time,
social-
Danny. Can I get your character's name one more time? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch
It's
your
all
character's
good.
name one more time.
His name is Kers.
Kers.
Kers Kers.
What order is he
Got it.
from?
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it the Order
He's
of
from the
Whisk?
Order of Whisk.
As in Whisk
Whiskers.
Kers? Okay, just wanted to make sure I got that punchline in there. Let's go to the other monk.
Oh goodness.
You're muted.
I'm muted, so I'm gonna unmute myself real quick. I'm Chris. You probably know my wife Jamie. She's D20 Dinner. I'm the shadow that lives behind her. And I play a monk. My monk's name is Ota. He's kind of like this really short halfling monk, and I kind of just run around and hit shit and run away.
Can they find you anywhere, sir?
I don't even know what my handles are, so not really.
Okay. But they could find you on a disc golf field near them, right?
Oh yeah, I'm always
Okay.
out there.
Carl. Sir.
Hey. All right. I'm Carl. You can find me at most things at Carl or at Carl64. I am playing the amazing Corvaous, the Lord Notorious, and Aasimar, fighter, cleric. And we'll see if I have my dear sweet friend Ashill with me tonight.
And your guest DM for this evening, the one, the only Dragonslayer.
Hey, everybody. My real name is Dave, but yes, I occasionally go as Dragonslayer on all platforms. You can find me at Skookillbilly. And I promise that's not. I know that sounds like a pejorative, bad word, but it is not. It's just a colloquial term for anybody from the county I'm from. But yeah, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. Do video games, D&D, all that kind of good stuff. I will be leading these fine people through the insane landscape of Barovia. So, wish me luck. Oh, yes, this is my first time running D&D online. By the way, I've strictly in the 20 years that I've been playing this game, I've been playing in person. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous going into this, but the jitters calmed down and it turned into excitement, and now I feel like a kid going to play D&D again for the first time in a way. So very excited. Very excited.
I'm excited too. As y'all know, I am DM SETI, and we are doing this all week long. Same bat channel, same bat time. So I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow night. Okay, so let's just get right to it. What I'm gonna do is, Dave, I'm gonna read to the players real quick how they're waking up and everything, and then it's your show. Okay?
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Darkness. It's not the soothing kind of darkness that welcomes you in slumber. It's the cold, suffocating darkness of nothing. No sound, no feeling, no sense of time, as if existence itself has paused. And then a voice, or perhaps it's many voices, layered, distorted, echoing like screams trapped in glass. The words are incomprehensible, but they hammer into your skull with a growing pressure, like 1,000 unseen hands gripping your mind. The voices fight each other, overlap, clash, and then silence. But not peace. The darkness shifts, and you feel like heavy fabric being pulled over your face. The suffocating void is replaced by something worse, a piercing cold, and the acid scent of rotten decay. Slowly, your senses begin to return, and you realize you're not laying in your bedroll. You're not where you should be, and you're not alone. The first thing you notice is the fog. It's back. Thick, gray, unrelenting. It clings to your skin like sweat and tastes of death and dirt. The ground beneath you is damp and uneven. Some kind of soft forest floor, but the texture feels off, like something buried just below the surface is still writhing. Shapes begin to materialize in the fog. Figures. Your heart races. Is it an enemy? Something foul from this cursed land? No, they seem humanoid. Slowly, painfully slowly. The fog peels away like thinning layers of flesh, and you see them more clearly. But something is wrong. Their faces, you swear you know them. Perhaps you don't. It's as if you've seen them in a dream, or a dream of a dream. Familiar, but wrong. Your eyes all meet each other. You can see it, that same confusion, the same dread. They too feel the pull. You are not where you should be. You are not in your timeline. Even though Danny, even though Kers and Talon, even though you guys look and see each other, you know you're not where you belong. You're not where you were. Lost Carl for a second. You are not where you should be. Something or someone has twisted the very fabric of existence, pulling you from your own place and time. And these strangers, these unfamiliar companions, they're not of your world either. The fog clears to reveal skeletal tree line of Barovia, gnarled trees and grasping branches. You do not remember walking here. You do not know how you arrived. The very air feels wrong, son of a biscuit. The very air feels wrong, as though something has shifted in the laws of nature. Then it dawns on you. You've felt this feeling before, but only in your nightmares. This is Barovia, but even Barovia feels wrong. You up?
All right. So, everybody, real quick, after that beautiful intro, if I may, could I get just a one-word description from each of you of your character? Doesn't have to, I promise it's not, just doesn't have any, don't overthink it. It's not a huge deal. Just one quick word to describe your character so that I can kind of hone in on the vibe a little. Loki, you seem like you're struggling to figure it out, so I'm going to start with you.
I'll give you 2 words. Johnny Bravo.
Okay, that's fine. What's that?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Okay, all right. And I'm just going to hop around in the order that I wrote everyone's name down. Is everybody cool if I call you by your character's name? Instead, is that fine? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Sylvia.
Heck. Confused is a very good word for her.
Okay. All right. Morgan. Oh, sorry.
Squishy.
Talon. Excuse me. What? Confused? Is that what you said too?
Squishy.
Squishy. Okay. Squishy. All right. Kers.
Homesick.
Homesick. All right. Yeah, that checks in Barovia. Ota.
Curious.
Okay, curious. And then Carl, I didn't catch your character's name actually there at the end, dude. You tell me what it was again.
Corvaous.
Corvaous. Okay, got it.
Shoot,
And
can I
your
change
one
my
word.
answer?
Yeah, you can change your answer. That's fine.
That's better. Trusting is a better word for her.
Trusting is a better word? Okay, all right. And then Corvaous, your one word descriptor.
I was gonna go with fucked, but I'm gonna go with guarded.
Guarded. Okay. All right.
We can change that later.
I like those. So, Draven, you begin to wake up. You can feel the cold and wet wood grain of a table pressed against the side of your cheeks. You can feel yourself sort of slumped over. you feel the ache of both a long night's sleep in an uncomfortable position and a hangover that doesn't actually seem it's very weird. You feel like you drank last night, but your body isn't actually suffering any of the effects. It's like the haze in your mind. And right as you begin to sort of come to, you see over your forearm, seated at the head of a table, a Vistani man in earth tone robes and a bunch of small tchotchkes just adorning all over this like sash that he wears across his chest. Long black oily hair and like a full beard with like bits of gray intermixed amongst the mustache and lower beard, sort of stretched back. Ah, first one awake, huh? Long night last night, no?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's going on here? This is like when we came to the mist the first time. What happened?
He has this sort of jovial look on his face. He's like, "The party, my friend. You're Draven, correct? We drank last night. It was a good time. Come on. How can you not forget Nestor?"
Oh yeah, Nestor. Yeah. Hey man. I'm having a couple gaps. Can I refill the memory a little bit?
Yes. It's okay. I know. Drinking with Nestor, this is usually how things go. I have to do a little, reminder in the morning. I have to do it myself. Before you were waking up, I had Nestor. This is what happened last night. Oh, okay. All right. Very good, Nestor. So he begins to start to tell you about what had happened. But the words that he is speaking he like begins to ramble, right? And you sort of like start clocking your immediate surroundings. You see 5 other people in a similar position. Some slumped over the table, some like sort of slumped back into the chair in very awkward and very asleep positions. But then, his voice starts to ring back into your ears, and he's like, "Yeah, you all came in my dream, and then we partied. We hang around the fire, we eat, we drink." And you notice that around this wooden table, there are spilled, half-filled tankards. There's bits of eaten food, emptied plates. There is all the signs and wear and tear of a good time. Right as that happens, Talon, you begin to wake up as well. You can hear this loud Vistani man. And for you, Draven and Talon, you guys have both encountered Vistani before, correct? Or no?
Yes.
Yep.
Talon actually is, yeah, just briefly.
Just briefly? Okay. All right. Just enough to like place the accent then, right? So you can hear like a Vistani man talking and this other guy like dead across from you, right? Same thing. You sort of begin to wake up, like you can feel this like wet, soggy table, and you like open your eye, and when you do, there's like this tipped over flagon like kind of right in front of your nose. There's like an empty plate of food right in front of you, and you begin to hear these two talking in the background.
Do I see Kers anywhere?
Yeah. So if you like, you kind of like sit up and look immediately to your right, and Kers is right next to you.
I'm gonna elbow him right in the shoulder and be like, "Get up, get up."
What?
We were supposed to be in a non-magical environment. That's why we went there last night. Why are we here?
Are we not there?
As soon as Kers utters aloud, "Are we not there?" You hear the Vistani man at the head of the table. "Two more are awake. This is good. I thought I was going to have Katya come over and have to wake you up. And let me tell you, my wife's idea of waking people up is none too pleasant. So, now that we have more, I guess we should wake everyone else up, no? Does that sound like a good idea?"
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Why don't you 3 take care of that? I'm going to, little hair of the dog as he pops open a cork on a bottle that's been down to the left of him on the grass and just takes like 2 big swigs from it. You see across the table from and you see across the table from you 3 more people, 3 more? Yes, 3 more people asleep currently at the table.
I'm immediately going to the short one because he reminds me of my other short friend that I have. So I'm gonna go like poke him and be like, hey bro, wake up.
Can I help you?
Yeah,
Wait.
hey. I know. Just roll with it for a second. Listen, I don't know where the fuck we are either, but this guy's talking to us like he knows us. So whoever you are, we just gotta roll with it, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You're in Barovia, my friend. That's where you are.
Oh, damn it! I thought I'd be somewhere else by now.
I know, it sucks waking up every day here, but...
Well, I was supposed to be in bed with a lady friend, but she didn't hear anymore.
My neck. Good lord. Who are you?
Oh, please excuse my manners. I am Nestor Robanovich. And this is my camp. As he gestures broadly, you guys notice now, you're sitting around this long wooden table, adorned and festooned with all the dressings of a good night's party. A large bonfire is immediately to the right, and there are 4 covered Vistani wagons in a semicircle around said bonfire and the table. You don't see anybody else milling around the camp yet. It's still pretty early. There's bits of what you could call sunlight in Barovia coming through the overcast sky, but it's not quite morning yet. So that leaves one asleep.
I am not his cat. Camp. Oh, your camp. No, sorry, my head hurts.
That's okay. Mine does too. Here, and he picks up his bottle and gestures it to you. If you'd like a little hair of the dog. I know you're a cat, but a little hair of the dog.
I don't remember drinking the first time, so I'm not so sure that I did.
I definitely didn't drink.
I didn't think we were nearing the Vistani camps.
We all. Last night I had the dream. We all got together. We were hanging out. My wife played music. We sang. We danced. We drank. We ate. My cousin Dagony showed up. That was the funny part.
We ate your cousin?
No. Nobody ate my cousin. At least I don't think so. That is a good question, because he was supposed to be here this morning and now he is not here. So hopefully we did not eat him, but I don't think that is what happened. Which leads me to my next part. But I wanted proper introduction. As a Vistani, I feel well, you know what? Before I get into the specifics, maybe we should wake up your last friend over there. As he points over to Corvinus. I'm sorry, did I say that right? Corvaous, excuse me. Sorry. As he points over to Corvaous. Which you now begin to wake up as you hear all these people shouting across this table.
I sit bolt upright. Runa! Oh, what the fuck's going on around here?
Chill.
Welcome to the party, welcome times the second time. You were here last night too. Everyone was here last night. It was a good time. Like I was saying, my cousin Dagony, he shows up. He makes merry with us. We hang out, and he says, do not worry, cousin Nestor. I will take these people back to their Barovia in the morning. It is no problem. Everything will be okay. So, I'm pretty sure that he can do that. I mean, we are Vistani. We can go between the planes, and I don't think it takes what's the word for it? Smart guy, genius? Yes, genius. That's the word. To figure out something is not right here, right? I don't think you are members of this Barovia, if that makes sense. So something is not right, as I surmised in my dream. But not in a dream. In reality, Vistani people are disappearing all over Barovia right now. It is very worrisome for me. I am worried, since my cousin Nestor is not, my cousin Dagony is not here this morning, that something must have happened to him. And so far, seeing as I had a dream that you were all here partying, and that came true, and he said in my dream that he was going to take you back to your Barovia, that is probably true too. So, you guys should go and find Dagony. What do you think? Or you can stay here and hang out with me. I don't care. It's up to you.
Hold on. Can I talk to them real fast? Just 1 second.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes a big stretch.
he like leans into the center of the table and he's like, come here, guys, come here. So we were all from a different part of Barovia, or timeline, or plane, as he keeps saying, and now we're all here in his dream. That sounds really suspicious, like the prick on the hill that does that shit.
You mean Strahd?
Yeah, the prick
Hey,
on the hill. The other thing, I'm actually supposed to be going there tomorrow because I made a deal with a very, very powerful old ugly hag to take her ass up there. To reunite with her son that never dies, as she kept trying to say. It was so annoying. But if he's here, I don't think we should trust him. And I don't know how much you guys have done with the Vistani, but it's never ended well for us. Granted, we had, somebody's horse thief girlfriend that made him hate her way more than they probably should.
Not much has ended well for us here.
Yeah,
real
not.
quick after. I'm sorry. Real quick after Ota says that. I'm sorry. Talon says that. Nestor chimes in after none of all my dealings with the Vistani haven't gone right. Typical Vistani morning. Show a bunch of people a good time. Wake up to racial prejudice. No problem. He goes back to doing what he was doing.
Sorry, Nestor. We'll
No,
be
it's
with you in a
okay.
moment.
It's part of it all. It's fine. It's fine. I understand. If I was outside, I would think, hey, maybe these guys, they're shady. It's no problem.
Okay. How about... All right, let's try this. Hi, everyone. My name is Silvia Darlson. Who are all of you? We have very obviously been displaced from time a freaking again for me. Again. So, let's go a bit on around and see who each other are. Because if you don't trust the Vistani, I have no reason to trust any of you. Because I still don't know who you are. At least Nestor introduced himself.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, my name's Ota. How are you?
I'm doing decently well. I have not woken up where I was supposed to, and apparently I was drinking, which I don't usually do, so doing well.
Yeah, I'm not particularly from this Barovia either. I was, I just was at the winery. Is there a winery in this Barovia? Are they all the same? Or are they different?
Nestor jangles the bottle that he's holding. Goes, there certainly is.
Very nice. So you know Davian. Sorry.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Very well.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. So you were hanging out with the Martikov family. All right, fantastic. You, cat, sir. I don't know what you are. I'm very sorry.
I am no cat. I am a Tabaxi. My name is Kers.
Kers! Fantastic. Pleasure to meet you. How are you doing?
I am quite miserable, to be honest. I do not know where I am, and I feel farther away from the goal than I started. I think we was just making some headway, and it's been 14,000 steps backwards at this point.
Okay, so where were you last at before we woke up here?
We were in a tower, trying to get some much-needed rest after confronting a, how did you say, Talon? An ugly hag?
Yes.
Which one?
Hideous. The ugliest of them. The one in the swamp.
Yes.
Baba Yaga. That one.
Yeah.
Right.
That is correct. Yes.
I'll have to deal with... We're actually on a mission. Me and my sisters are actually on a mission to go and take care of that. Unfortunately, the laundry list just keeps getting longer and it keeps getting pushed further down. All right. Excellent. Fantastic to meet you, Kers. Next one. She just points the other side's table. Carl.
Yep.
That'd be you. Introduce your character.
I'm going to need a bit more wine first. Reach over and pop that up. And I was like, I'm looking around. making sure that no one's standing around a door locking me in, trying to figure out who I am and stuff. And my name's Corvaous, and I know I'm fond of the wine, but I don't remember drinking this much recently.
You guys drank a lot.
Thank
Just
you,
look
Nestor.
around.
I don't drink often, but when I do, I definitely drink a lot.
Ah, I like this. This is my kind of guy.
All right. Where were you? What was your last memory? Where were you at?
We were getting ready to clear some houses in Valaki. The city's in shambles. Druids and werewolves everywhere. The burgomaster's dead. And the citizens have separated into factions. But it's a bit of a mess altogether. And the last thing I remember is, well, I wrapped Freak up in bandages and coated him in blood and entrails from a dead horse and sent him in as a bit of a
Oh,
joke.
what?
And yeah, I don't think Runa hit me that hard, but maybe she did knock me into next week.
So you guys have a freak too? That's crazy. I wonder if there's a little old me running around in your Brovia too. That's crazy.
Well,
There is a very good chance of that. I'm listening to all these wonderful stories. Oh, what were you doing? What were you doing? This all sounds like very typical Barovian stuff. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the most traveled Vistani, but I can tell you, this you guys have been here for a while, no? In your own Barovia.
Man, if I ever meet my other self in the other Barovias, I'm gonna give him a high five, like right away.
there's a lot of things that happened. We've only been in Barovia for like 3 weeks tops at this point, and plenty of things have happened. In fact, we had just finished the saving the Burgermeister in Valaki from getting killed by an imp. It was a very harrowing experience, honestly. Found out that his freaking son, Victor, that little snitch, has been practicing dark magic. I don't really understand it too much on my end, but Corvaous, I do apologize for the turmoil you are in. If you ever would like to come and visit our Valaki, you could come anytime. I'm sure the Vistani wouldn't mind transporting you back and forth. If they're willing to take us here...
To be honest,
You see, that kind of is the problem right now. Amongst the issue of Vistani disappearing, it appears that with the mists acting the way that they are, ability to travel between the planes has been suspended for now. So I cannot do it. Also, I am my cousin. That he is like got a lot of Radonovich blood in him, right? Like sort of a couple of cousins away from Madame Ava. Me, I am by marriage only. You know what I mean? My wife Katya, she is something. Me, not so much. I just hang out and have a good time and drive the mules. You know. But like I said, my cousin, they would be the ones to ask, not poor Nestor. Nestor just drinks and tells jokes.
now the area where we're at, do we recognize this particular area? Like,
So far, if you try to like clock where you are right now, you guys are in a pretty like you can see. Well, make a perception check for me real quick if you're gonna take a look.
Nat 20.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nice. So that's going to be a total of a 25.
Wow, way to kick off the night. That is beautiful. Okay, so with a 25, with a 25, you know that you are in, and I'm recalling the map off of the top of my head, so excuse me for any slight inaccuracies. in the patch of wood due north to Mount Bartok, I think, the southernmost mountain range in Barovia. Like you can see, you look around, you can see that you are in a thick set of woods. These trees are mainly carnivorous, suggesting that you guys are getting towards a place of elevation. And then sure enough, when you go to double check your initial gut feeling on that, you can see through the tree line with just a little bit of peeking through the outline of Mount Bartok in the distance. So you're not close to, as far as I'm tracking, any like immediate settlements. You guys you're out in the wilds here for so long.
Yeah, so we're somewhere around. I have no idea where the fuck I'm at.
Nestor chimes in again. My cousin had made camp last I heard near Cold Creek, which is just outside or just at the base of Mount Bartok. It's a mining town, lots of gems and coal that they send out. It's a dusty place. No place really for Vistani. I don't know why he goes there, but he does. So that is the last I heard from them. And like I said, they were supposed to be here this morning. It's not even the full day's travel to get there. So, if you left, and he looks down at his wrist, even though there's not a watch there, you get there pretty quickly.
Nestor, hold on. Let's go back to this party talk here, because I'm looking around, and we got some good-looking folks here. So why don't we go back to this partying idea, have us a fun little time, and then maybe we'll go find your cousin.
Listen. My family goes disappearing all the time. I just have bad gut feeling about this, and I'm trying to send strangers to go deal with it because I am too cowardly to go deal with it myself. So if you want to party, say no more, my friend.
Well, no. See, you had me until you just called yourself a coward. I can't.
Well, you gotta call a spade, I'm afraid. As he pitifully swirls what's left of the wine in his wine bottle.
All right. Nestor.
Yeah.
What information do you have about where your cousin may be located?
I am fairly certain they made camp somewhere near the village of Cold Creek, which is not very far from here. Straight south you head, and it's probably, 5 hours on foot, maybe, not even that. You guys look like you're pretty, fit. And he shakes his belly. He's like, it's a half a day's walk for me at least. But
you have mules, right? Can we borrow some mules?
I mean, the mules draw the wagons draw my family. We have to go, we have somewhere to be later today.
And your family has been taken, so...
Well, my cousin has been taken. My wife...
Your cousin not family?
And their, significant others and stuff. They're still sleeping, and we need the mules.
Real quick, point of
He
note.
says sheepishly.
You said, are you at the southern location we decided, or the top location?
No. So the southern location that we decided on the map, SETI, is where he is talking about. Okay. They are, I think, if you go north from there, there is a patch of woods, right? Like a patch of forest.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where they are. Yeah,
they're in that. Okay, they're right up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Down here, if you guys look at the map, down here by Mount Gacus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. That's why I wanted to know, because we did have another one that we talked about, maybe north at Mount Baratok.
That's the northern one. Okay. Yep. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Nope, it's all good. I just wanted everyone to understand where they were. So you guys are down here, somewhere down here around this wooded area, right? And he is talking about down here at the base of Mount Gacus. Okay, continue. I apologize.
Excuse me, Mr. Sanovovich, is that what your name?
No, that's close though. That is pretty close. It's yes. What was your question, sir?
I don't know. I assume my friends here are new to this place as I am. There is no sun here. There is south.
Oh, he looks up at the tree line real quick, and like kind of makes it makes a little bit of a face, and then that way he says confidently. Which, if anybody wants to make an insight check or the survival check or something right now to like double tap that is even remotely accurate, go ahead.
I would like to make an insight check.
I
Let's
got an
see.
18.
Survival or
insight.
insight? For insight, you can. He is saying that with enough confidence that you also feel that he is not bullshitting or secondhand, like that. He's saying it like he knows. Yes, that way is south. and upon further inspection, there is a cart path in the general direction that he pointed.
So if we look down, we still see all of our belongings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have everything, all of your equipment, and anything that was in any kind of bags or whatever you guys have. All of your stuff in your inventory is on you. Nothing is missing.
Do I still have my
laying by our by our feet while we're piled around a table?
What's that?
So it's just piled around our packs are like right around the table with us.
Yeah. Yep. Like you get almost as if you came and sat all your stuff down and then sat down to eat. Like,
okay, I'm gonna gather everybody there and be like, I'm sorry, guys. When have you ever just put your pack down next to you and got shit faced, and it still be there in the morning?
I do it just about every Thursday.
Quite often.
I have never been shit-faced.
I also have not been. Me and Mr. Monk over here, cut from the same cloth.
I think we are going to make the assumption that the feeling that we are currently feeling is not due to drunkenness, but more so due to being displaced in time and dimension and then being invited to have a drink.
So I'm not believing him saying we had a great party
Time
last.
dimensions. Whoa, my goodness.
It do be crazy, man.
If I have a party, I'm gonna go put my shit away. Okay. People get drunk,
Where?
bag. I'll put it next to a tree. Better than somewhere right here. This is a tripping hazard. You're
a tripping hazard.
I am a tripping hazard. Fall down a lot. I get knocked down a lot.
Okay,
You
so
can-
Okay, listen, you bunch of beautiful motherfuckers. Listen, hey, if we want to get back to our Barovia, we got to find this guy. So,
are we sure
I
that's
think
what we need, though? We could be finding his brother-in-law for shits and giggles for free.
You've met Madame Eva, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, my friend, you are missing
you
out.
mean Mama.
No, not wanting me, Mom. I have met the Vistani. They're pricks, okay? It never ends well. You try to reason.
Sad expression.
I kind of like this one. He's kind of cool.
Yeah, you try to reason and it goes to shit.
Okay, well, what's your plan then? What's your plan? Because it's either wander around here until you find either Barovia, the city, or Vallaki, the city, or we help this guy get it done, lickety-split, find his cousin, either dead or alive, or whatever is necessary, and go back to our own time, our own place, and we figure it out from there. I personally would rather go home, but unfortunately I have to go collect my sisterhood and make sure they get home as well, so I need to go back to my own Barovia pretty fast. So I say we ask a few questions, get some answers, make our own decisions along the way, and when we get where we need to go to save his cousin, we can decide what we need to do then. For now, be polite, be kind, ask plenty of questions, get everything we need, and swindle him out of a few supplies, and then we leave.
We already tried with those. It didn't work.
All right.
And it looks like he's been tankering, but what little wine he's got left.
Now looking around, do I know, like, I realize that I've not been to this place before. I haven't seen it. Looking around, I don't recognize anyone here. I'm familiar with the Vistani. My sister's half Vistani, but I have a tendency to, everywhere I go, I see the spirit of my former best friend, mentor, warrior cleric named Dugan. Do I see him standing around anywhere?
Yeah.
Right.
As a matter of fact, you do. So you can. So the other party members are sort of arguing amongst themselves what they're going to do. You turn your attention away. You catch Nestor quickly out of the corner of your eye, just like nodding along agreeingly when they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna hassle him out of supplies." And he's like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." But anyway, you turn your attention back to the wood line then, and you can see in the direction where Nestor had pointed. You see the spectral outline of Dugan sort of near where that cart path kind of begins. And he's got an expression that like borderlines on not a scowl, but like a sort of look of like what would be the word? Like some like the kind of face you make when you're trying to spur someone into action.
Oh, so
You
the
know,
look he
like-
gives me every fucking time I see him. Got it. All right. So I'm also gonna put out a just a try and see if I can touch the mind of my familiar Ashiel.
Okay.
When last I saw her, I had sent her in the town of Valaki to go spy on Lady Wachter and her people. And I'm reaching out to see if I could still feel that connection there.
Okay.
So,
Can you?
I don't know if she was close enough to me, but
Right. Can you describe a shield to us real quick?
so Ashiel, at appearance, is the most adorable, sweet, innocent human child that anyone has ever seen. Cute little blonde pigtails, an immaculately clean dress. Her hands look like they're dripping bloody ink, and her feet are always dirty, and like she is in truth a imp and is batshit fucking crazy, and she's adorable, and this is when she's not making an appearance as a flame retardant raccoon. So
Okay.
She's an adorable, sweet little girl. On the outside, on the inside, she's hell.
Got it. So you clock the ghost of Dugan out there in the woodline.
Mm-hmm.
As you mentally, sort of say to yourself, like, "Damn, this guy makes that same face at me all the time," right? Then, sure enough, the second nature, you reach out for that connection with your familiar, and you see the outline of Dugan get dispersed around the silhouette of this little blonde girl skipping, sort of through the wood line, like directly towards you, and you can feel, you can feel that connection made as you like make eye contact with them.
All right, so I'm gonna look around at everyone. I partially like reach down to my scabbard, pulling my longsword out, and
are we doing this?
I look down at the sword, and I look at the rest of the party, kind of glancing at them, and I was like, you say that you don't trust the Vistani, you don't like him. My sister was half Vistani, and not all of them that I've met have been bad. Not all have been good. But if there's one that we can save tonight, then perhaps we should. I'm going to scoop up my bag and just begin walking down the path towards Dugan and Ashiel.
This guy gets it. Just saying. Also,
you know what?
For the record, sorry.
I'm in. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. For the record, I whether or not you find Dagony, it's whatever the threads of fate have decided is what will happen, right? I am simply saying that if you want to get back to your Barovia as Nestor, that is your best course of action, is to find him, because he would be the one to know how to do it, right? I know it seems like a favor. Hey, go find my cousin. He was supposed to be here today. But it's also, it's like a twofold thing. That's sort of how Vistani deals work. Like, you're doing me a favor, but in reality, you're doing something for yourself, unbeknownst to yourself. So,
Very common
Go
behavior.
find him. Just go find
Nestor.
him. He's out there. Go.
Yes, we'll go find him. We'll head towards Cold Creek. I'm going to assume he knows where he's going because he's just walking off without literally everyone else. You said others were disappearing. Other
Yes.
Vistani. From what areas? Who? Age ranges? Sizes?
All
what-
over.
Who?
That is why it doesn't. It seems non-discriminatory as far as ages and whatever. So, where the hierarchy, it doesn't seem to matter. That is why we are traveling to a grand gathering held by Madame Ava, so that we can take an assessment of what the hell is fucking going on and why we are all disappearing. That is why my cousin was supposed to meet up with us, the other half of the family, and travel to the gathering together. But he is not here, and that gives me pause.
For good reason. All right. Anything else we might be able to know? Do you have any idea? Has it been a power? Has it been on the fritz? People entering and exiting? What's going on?
Yes. Well, I can tell you two things. One, for the first time in a long time, everybody, you're in your own Barovias, and the fellow here, as he points to Kers, mentioned earlier, there is no sun here. However, for the first time in not even my lifetime, but everyone before mine, there have been rumored to be rays of sunshine appearing through the clouds south, where my cousin is supposed to have been, near Cold Creek. And the Mount Gacchus. Yes. Rumors. Other thing, number two, that I know for certain is that the Vistani like to keep a nice, how do you call it, beat or a thumb on whatever Mr. Scary Guy in the castle has going on. I'm not going to say his name because he scares the shit out of me.
Strahd?
Oh, Mr.
Oh,
Whispers.
Draven.
He takes a
Chill.
swig of his,
Why are you
he takes
scared of his name?
he takes the last swig of his wine and smashes the bottle on the table. Is like, say his name again. I won't stab you. Please don't fucking say his name again.
Why are you scared of Strahd?
Strahd?
Why are you scared of him?
Oi.
Why the fuck am I not scared of him? He's a crazy vampire guy he can make anything fucking happen here. It's literally
You're
like
the one that's scared of him?
He's
For
pretty
him.
crazy.
Hey,
Yeah, like,
Nestor.
your friends are like,
we just call him Swivel Chair, and that seems more fun for me.
Oh, that is a good one. Again, I am coward. I would never make fun of him for fear that I will piss myself in my sleep. But he has not been seen in a long time. That was what I was going to say. No one has seen anything come or go from the castle since Vistani have started disappearing. So, for the first time in a long time, so I don't know, they say there's sun coming through the clouds, and Mr. Bad Guy isn't leaving his fucking creepy castle on the hill, so...
Man, I wish he would do that in my Barovia. He kicked the shit out of us last week. It was not
Well,
nice.
You
You know what
fought
they
him?
say?
I wouldn't say fight, more like we got fireballed and had to run away.
See, and he points over to you, Draven, is like, and you wonder why I won't say his fucking name out loud.
You got
It's just a
Molotov?
name.
It was not
But-
nice.
All right, I'm gonna
I
clap him on the
like
back,
him.
and I'm gonna try to pickpocket him as I'm talking to him.
Nestor?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right on. Go ahead, make a sleight of hand check. I'm
23.
gonna roll. What's up? 23.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for him at disadvantage because he's more focused on tying an early morning load on than he is really anything else. Okay, yeah. So you pat him on the back, right, and then in the like smoothest, like that exact moment, like a trained pickpocket does when you touch somebody one place and then move your second hand in another, right, to where they're not paying attention. You grab a necklace, like right off of the inside of his sash, like clean, quick, and clear. It looks like it's not. You don't know for sure. You get the suspicion with levels in Rogue that this is made out of pyrite, like so fool's gold and not real gold, but it is golden looking, right? But it looks like a loom with different threads on it. And on the back of it is in like chiseled and really shitty common is his name written on the back of it. And it's like on like a leather tong, but you grip it off of his body.
Okay.
And
So
real quick. While you wear this locket, or excuse me, this icon of the Threads of Fate, you don't need to attune to it. You twice per day, you can give yourself advantage on a persuasion or deception check when talking to a Vistani specifically. And it only applies when you're so when any other Vistani like sees it, they're gonna be like, oh, this is a guy. This is a guy. This is a guy, right? Like he's got this is a guy. So
persuasion or what?
Deception.
Deception.
But yeah, Nestor does pen and he stretches again, like as you walk by, and he's like, I'm glad that you all saw, the reason. I'm a reasonable guy, but you should really catch up with your friend there. He's making a lot of headway.
I just kind of I pat him on the back, like, yeah, of course. Hey, listen, you just hang out here, be the coward that you are, and just for good measure, Strahd, and then I take off out the door.
He throws, he tries to, very limp-wristedly throws the broken glass bottle at you, and it just, goes back behind him. He's like, shit, I can't even throw a bottle right, God.
Silvia scoops up her stuff. Thank you, Nestor. We'll be back soon. Hopefully none of us will die. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay, see you later. I'm going to go have breakfast now, as he gets up and walks up, hobbles away.
All right, we're on the road.
I believe that
Sorry.
we work as a group better.
Yeah.
We would fare better with these folks than we would by ourselves.
Yeah. Talon will grab his bag and travel to catch up.
All right. Everybody heads out. Oh, so
Look back and see if that camp is still there.
Oh yeah. You make your way the edge of the wood line, right as you're getting to the cart path, and that thought kind of occurs, and you look over your shoulder, and you can see Nestor pull back the curtain to the wagon. He's like, "You mean breakfast isn't ready yet?" And as a frying pan comes out and just fucking cracks him over the skull, and he's like, "Ah!" and falls back, and you're just like, whatever, and keep going. You guys continue on down the road, I'm guessing. So I'm gonna do a quick little change of music here.
Do you need
Oda,
a map
I sure do
change?
like that accent of yours. How'd you pay? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I kind of grew up in the country. I never really knew my mom and dad. I grew up kind of orphaned, and some sweet folks took me in. Right before I met the group of Roman monastery monks, and then I kind of just trained with them. Came on back, kept the rustic charm that didn't really go away, but that's kind of where I got it from. Just working on the farm.
Well, you sure do got a pretty mouth.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tall and Handsome.
Well, I think me and you're going to be good friends. Wait,
Oh, yeah.
do you know any of these other people at all, or are we just
Like I said, man, I wish I was in this Barovia. I don't know anybody here. And apparently Strahd is a pussy here. I'm saying he stays in his castle.
Oh. Well, hopefully, then, that means today should be pretty easy. But listen, here's what I'm thinking, though. If Strahd's a bit of a pussy here, why don't we get back to our Barovia and then bring our people back here, and then we'll just free this Barovia?
Yeah, that sounds like the best idea I've ever heard so far.
Yeah. He'll turn to Silvia then and be like, Silvia, hey, listen. Hey, Draven, I know you called my name. We didn't really get a chance to talk. Listen. Hey, so, man, you just kind of took charge. You remind me so much of this other girl that I'm adventuring with. She thinks she likes to rule the world, okay? She thinks she runs everything. But listen, we're a group, so we should work together. But, listen, man, I couldn't get my eyes off of you over there. Tell me, tell me about your group. Is there anybody else here that, you've ventured with?
No, I don't know any of these people here. And your attempts at flirting are appreciated, but unwanted. Thank you.
Oh,
No, I travel with the Siren Sisterhood in my Barovia. There's
oh,
a good
a
amount of us.
sisterhood.
We actually just recently got a new member from the Mists.
Well, you are very much like the other woman that I travel with. But all right, very well. Note taken. And listen, sisterhood. If I can ever come over, should I come visit?
If you would like to come for a visit, I have no issue with you coming over. So, if you are looking for a partner, I'm afraid you're fresh out of luck unless you want to get with. Actually, no, she's also taken. No, all of them have boyfriends or are engaged. We're all good there. But if you want to come for a visit, there's plenty of things to do. We just finished the whole Festival of the Blazing Sun, which actually turned out pretty good. We created a miniature sun. That worked very well.
We were just getting ready to attend that, but listen, strange things can happen at a festival. You know, a little menage a trois, a little more than trois. I don't know, but
It's fun.
I'm
Anyway,
just putting it out there. But
thank you,
hey,
Kate. How
so
about where are you from? What is happening in your world?
oh, well,
Hesitation.
I've been having a few trysts, and I'm just kind of along for the ride. You know, I'm letting Bossy Lady do what Bossy Lady does, and I love her. But damn, she's just always I'm in charge. You know, so
Is it because she doesn't see you as respectable?
it's not to me. It's the whole group, is what I'm saying. It's the whole group. It's not
Ah.
just me. So,
Understandable. Well, if you be a little bit less pushy, you could get somewhere pretty fast with her, honestly. A little bit too forward, a little bit too much on this. Your swing was too hard, dude. You need to
that's fair.
chill
That's fair.
for a second.
She listen. She loves me. She's just afraid to let it out. Okay, I've seen it. All right. But I tell you, the one that everyone loved, he left our party. It was very sad to see him go.
Oh,
But man, one day we came back and he had taken off his armor and he was chopping some wood. Boy, everyone immediately was like, "Oh shit!" Thankfully, he left though, so I don't have to worry about that.
Fair. Competition is tough out here.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I went after him a few times myself, but he shot me down.
Seti, could you pass me the GM permission on Owlbear real quick? I don't think I got it because I can't pull it.
Yes, sir. No problem, sir.
No worries. Also, trying to
I'm just snacking on some
Nestor
Nestor
on that
breakfast right
exchange.
now.
That was good.
Which one are you?
I think Giant Fire Beetle is my name.
There you go, sir.
Awesome.
You do you.
All right. So, what is everyone's passive perceptions real quick?
13.
14.
18.
Oh, 13. 18, okay.
15.
15.
Okay.
Corvaous, you're muted.
All right, so then, well, let me put it this way. Anyone with a 16 or above
Mine's 15
will
as well.
hear about 60 feet ahead of you. You can hear this loud voice that's like, you assume it's screaming because you can hear it from, 60 feet away is not too bad, but it's like around a bend, so you can't quite see what's going on. There's a couple of trees in the way, but further on up on the road, you can hear someone that's like, just fucking come with us, you little shit. You're needed. We need you. We fucking need you. You're the key to all this shit. That's how we're gonna get our fucking souls back. Let's go. And also you can hear like very faintly because I'm sorry, you have an 18, Silvia. So you hear on top of that this like droning like underneath all of that, even from this far away, it's like loud, like just mindless sort of droning underneath that screaming.
Trouble ahead. It's moaning. I think someone's in trouble. Do we want to pick up the pace really fast?
Do they need privacy?
No, wrong kind. Other kind.
Oh, okay.
Is it
That
our
kind, actually. I think we should move forward. And she starts like picking up into a jog.
Okay.
Is
SETI.
going towards this?
I, even with the GM permission, have no. Yeah, I have no like tokens or whatever to. Okay, if you have a wagon, okay, like put that. Probably we'll say like right about here. If you're looking at the map, right over here. And then I'm gonna need five zombie tokens over here. 5 zombie tokens over here. And then just like 3 NPCs around the wagon.
I got your NPCs.
Okay. But you guys turn the corner. Well, I'm sorry. What is you guys? So you know something's going on. What's the plan of action here? Because we're not quite like in sight.
So Draven would kind of slink off into the woods, and as we got closer to the noise, he would try to go into stealth mode. But I think if everyone is heading that way, I think that is what he would do.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything special, or are we just gonna like continue on towards it down the path?
I
No.
want to stay next to Kers.
Corvaous is more of a just rush headlong into battle and then figure it out once he's there.
Sick. Love that energy. All right. Have Draven make a stealth roll for me real quick.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to, like move your way through a little bit of high grass before like catching into some underbrush and a couple of trees where like you're just skirting the edge of the wood, obscuring your silhouette from anybody on the other side, while simultaneously not like stepping on any kind of like heavy brush or entangling yourself. You're able to navigate that space like pretty quickly and quietly. So everybody else is gonna move forward here. All right, cool. Very good, SETI. Very good. I love watching all these zombies just fly around here.
Why is there so many?
So you guys turn around the corner and you can see a Vistani wagon on its side, and you see a lone a woman with like probably about middle-aged. Currently, one guy on her left, one guy on her right, both of them like grabbing at her like arms and shoulders as she's like kicking towards like the wagon to try and like hook her feet back onto the steps of it. And she's like, "Let me, you son of a bitch!" And they're like, "No, you're coming with us. Come on, you gotta go. You're going with us." And they're like fucking hooked into her. As these 10 or so zombies in the field next are just like. They're just standing there right now, like kind of watching what's going on. And none of these people, the 2 guys, by the way, they just look like straight up villagers. They're not in armor. They're not in any kind of like signifying apparel or anything. They just look like 2 dudes in 2 villagers here trying to wrestle down this Vistani woman.
Bandits.
So I'm going to give everybody an opportunity. Like, Floki, you're already in the wood line. Does anybody want to do while they're... we can kick off initiative right now, and I'll give you guys a surprise round. Or if you just want to do something, to like launch combat, we can do that too. It's up to you guys.
Silvia will call out going, "Hey, what are you doing?"
So you call out, and the one guy looks over his shoulder, and he's like, "Fuck, Gary, there's people here." And he's like, "So what? So what? Right? Nicodemus said we needed to get these fucking Vistani back there, man. Come on, let's do you want a soul or not, Phil? Do you want a fucking soul or not?" And the whole time she's like kicking again. She's like got like one foot like locked into the like metal downstep of the wagon as they're both like yanking on him. And
The horse for the wagon, is it attached to the wagon?
So this is one of those cool Vistani wagons where it's a spectral steed that pulls it that's linked to the driver. So yeah, so with her not being in the driver's seat, there is currently no horse pulling it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But you call out, they have that little exchange. Anybody else want to say anything before this goes any further, or?
No, I'm ready to run forward. And
Okay, right on. So the other, not Phil, Phil, excuse me, is going to turn over and be like, come on, you guys, dude, we brought you along for a fucking reason. Stop them while we steal her. Let's go. Come on. And you see the zombies all kind of like begin to converge on your positions. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Natural 20 on that one.
Hell yeah, natural 20. Not me, but for you.
Yeah, good waste of a natural 20, but that's fine.
Hey, that just means you get to show off. You get the first blood.
Okay.
Not this guy.
Zombies. 16.
This is Sunday. We don't do that here.
All right. I'm going to go down through the list here. Draven, what'd you get?
18.
Okay. Draven. 18. Oda, what'd you get?
13.
13. Kers, what'd you get?
21.
21.
Damn.
Nice.
Silvia, what'd you get?
17.
17. Corvaous, what'd you get?
6.
Okay. Oh boy, there we go. All right. Right pen, right. Corvaous. And Talon, what'd you get?
The natural 20.
Woohoo! All right. So, Kers, you go first, buddy, and then Talon, you're on deck.
Ready?
First things first, I would look over to Ota and go, if your Barovia is anything like ours, you need to watch out for friendly fire when you go in here. And I will take
Oh,
off.
yeah, I'm aware. I've been hit by a thing or two. Let me tell you.
I'd like to hit you with a thing or two.
Oh, you'll get your chance.
You just hear distantly from the wood line.
And I will use my movement plus my Tabaxi ability to double my movement to use 110 feet of movement to go in between all of these zombies.
Okay. Does your Tabaxi ability prevent attacks of opportunity?
It does not, but my athlete feat makes all opportunity attacks at disadvantage.
Okay, word. Well, then I guess it's gonna be, what is it gonna be here? 1, 2, 3. 3 of them are gonna still try and make. I mean, they're zombies, right? They're fucking stupid. They're gonna do it. They're gonna go for it. All right. So first try. Let's see. All right, that is. I'm gonna guess a 8 does not break your AC, right?
It does not hit. It does not hit.
Okay. 6 and 11.
All of them.
No. Okay, good. So you, Kers, you just take off. You just take off like a shot and navigate like this. These zombies are like, bruh, but they literally like as they swing, and you're already like 5 feet out of there, like away, like 5 feet beyond even where they are when they like come down, swing at you. Is that your turn then, or do you have other
No,
stuff?
that is just movement.
Okay.
I will leave it just number 1. The first one is a 13 to hit.
Well, I'm sorry. What was the number?
13.
Oh yeah.
would be 10 points of magical slashing silver damage. If it makes any difference.
Okay, word. So you cock back, take your first punch at this first zombie, and punch right through its skull. Like right through, your fist comes right out through the back end of it, and it just slumps back off of you onto the dirt and stops moving.
Okay, I will use my second attack for zombie number 5. And that would be a 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Oh, that is not very good. That is 6 points of damage.
Okay, so you punch. So the first one slides off the backside or back end of your forearm and onto the ground lifelessly, and then with just like one quick step off of your back foot, the other zombie who was like that one, the first one was on like your left, so to speak. This one's on your right side. With that same fist, lightning fast, you just throw up a hand and like cave in this thing's nose, and it just like it doesn't go through, but it just like punches in its face, like sinks it in, and it crumbles in spot and like leans forward and falls to the ground.
Oh, it is now prone?
Oh no, it's dead. Yeah, it's dead.
I will end my turn there. Stand back and wait for the shatter.
That's your turn. Okay. That is Talon. You're up next, buddy.
All right. Talon is going to move up to about there, so he's got a clear line of shot. He's going to send a couple cracks of energy off of Eldritch Blast to the little green guy up there. That's not
okay.
The first one is 8 to hit, which I doubt that one does. And the second one is 16 to hit.
Okay. So the first one fires over his shoulder. And real quick, before, like, in the time that you're casting the second blast, he's like, "Oh, fuck, what's that? Like, come on, dude, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck this shit." And you fire that second one, and it slams into the upper part of his chest, and his right arm just goes flying off. Like, well off, like, just if open rib cage and everything, and he's like, like, still has one hand, like, on this lady, and he's just, like, screaming in agony as he, like, starts to, like, he, like, lets go of her. Still in the same space, doesn't take any actions or anything, but, like, he physically, like, lets go of this Vistani woman then. He's still alive, though. Still alive.
All right.
Not looking great.
Good. That is his movement in action.
All right. So, Draven, you're up next, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my short bow and I'm gonna take a shot at this dude over here. If I have my dice.
Okay.
All right, new dice because those have been let me down. Okay, that's a 17 plus stuff to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right, and that'll be 1d6 plus 3, 1d6. Let me double check real quick on my features and traits. Which ones did I take? I want to do a goading attack with this hit. So I'll add a d8, and he needs to make a wisdom saving throw DC 14.
Okay. That is a 2 plus 1 for 3.
All right. He fails, so he has a disadvantage on all attack rolls on targets against anyone else except for me.
Okay. I don't think he's going to live to see his own attack, but okay.
Okay. He's going to take 11, 12, 13, 14 points.
14 points. Okay. Maybe he will. All right. You fire. What is you said? Crossbow bolt?
No, short bow.
A natural bow. Okay. You line up a shot, and as soon as his homeboy across from him, his arm gets like blown off, right? And he's like, "Get it together, dude. We can't just go back to Cold Creek empty-handed. What the fuck?" And you fire this arrow, and then the opposite fucking shoulder, it slams into his upper tricep and into his like upper chest, pinning his arm up against himself. As he like then looks across at his buddies, just also starts screaming and lets go of this Vistani woman. As these two guys are just like howling in pain as their arms have been mutilated by you guys.
Sweet.
You got anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up there, and then yeah, that'll be. I'll just run up there, and I'll ready another shot with the bow.
Okay, you ready another shot with the bow, and it is going to be these two Hoopleheads' turns. They are going to turn tail and run. They're both going to use their dash action to beat feet back here into the wood line. But as they turn and run, Phil, the guy with the arrow pinning his arm against his chest, is going to like quickly like let's go of the woman, and it's just like, to the horse or back to Cold Creek. And the other guy, Fred's like, not the horse, or maybe we should go there. And all right. And they go and turn, and he's like, wait a minute, where are the rest of those fucking zombies? Get the fuck in here, you useless motherfuckers! And Seti, I'm going to need you to drop 5 more zombies in this wooded area back here, right along the inside of the tree line here.
Oh boy, I ran out of there just in time.
Yeah. No, you did. And those guys, these two NPCs are going to move 60 feet, which I think might take them off the board. Yeah, so they're going to run back down that cart path, and then whatever like movement they have left, then they're going to try and get into the wood line as well. Yeah, and then Silvia, it is your turn.
Fantastic. She is going to... Hold on, let me measure. She is going to turn around now, seeing that they have taken off completely, and Draven is on the way to help the other woman. And she's going to use her movement to get closer to the zombies. That should be right there. That should be good. And... did not plan for this, but that's okay. She is going to use her shepherd's crook on zombie number 11. Which is... Hold on. That is a 20 to hit, unnatural.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic. Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural.
20.
Okay. Yeah, no, that still hits, though, for sure.
Okay, hold on. And then that also does that. As soon as I can find it for some reason. Sorry, guys. I'm figuring things out.
It's okay. You're already 4 days ahead.
Yeah, you know what? Fair. And that does 12 points of damage.
12 points. Okay.
Sorry. 7 points of... what is this? Slashing damage, and then 5 points of radiant damage.
Oh god. Okay. So you come rushing up to this zombie and just split hit from shoulder to hip, right? And then the radiant energy just immediately begins to crackle along the severed limbs and like lights it ablaze as the two like slumps of it just fall off to the side.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Alright, and then she's going to use her second attack on zombie number 15. And that is 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
with another fantastic. And that is 8 slashing damage and 8 radiant damage. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Again, just like right in half along the waistline. This thing, you just cut it in two right across the hips, and it falls back, also on fire.
Awesome. Then she's just gonna call back. Corvaous, could need your help over here. And that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay, and to move up, you had moved up to zombie 15, right? So your token should be what, like right here?
No,
or...
I had remeasured it.
Okay.
I have a 10-foot reach with my.
Oh, nice.
my
Okay.
crook.
Okay. Cool. Got it. All right. So, if that's the end of your turn, Silvia, then the zombies are gonna go. So, first things first, steady, my man. I am going to need you to drop me 5 more zombies right here, up here along the, I guess it would be northern wood line. And these guys are going to move... Oh, wait. Yep, up there. Yeah. Okay. I'll move these ones instead. Draven, these guys are going to go, what is it? What is this to you? 20. All right, cool. So he's going to move... up here, right up. Oh shit! Wait, there. Oh boy, spazzing out here. First time doing this stuff. All right, there. These zombies are gonna move to sort of swarm up on you. Let me remeasure for him just to make sure. 25. Can he get to here? Yep. All right, cool. These are gonna move over to you.
Sweet mother of God.
Yeah. Okay. And they are all so like they swarm down on you just and like fists, heads, you know, they all just begin to like swing at you with reckless abandon. So I'm gonna roll quick set of attacks here for you. Of course, you got it open to the right page. You put your book down and it closes by itself, and you got to find your page all over again. So. First guy, 11.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay, that was zombie number 6. Zombie number 7 is going to go. Also an 11. Misses. Natural 20 for this guy right here. So that is going to be 1d6 plus 1. And then for Seti, for your games, how do you do critical damage? Times 2 or roll 2 dice?
The way I always do it is it's max damage plus your roll.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
So it's actually a critical hit.
Yeah. Okay. So that. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's see what I roll here. Wow. You lucky, Floki, because I rolled fucking 2 1s on my 6s. But that is still 15 points of bludgeoning damage as one of them just cold cocks. Like the first 2 come at you and you are able to just like very nimbly sidestep all. But like from the sheer amount of them on top of you, you knew like in your head that eventually one of them was going to clip you, and this third guy does is he just cold cocks you across the chin. Zombie number 9 is going to take a swing, and that is a natural 1. That is a natural 1. So he is going to. I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity if you want to use your reaction to take a swing at him.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Alright, so it's a 16 plus 7, so yeah, I'm sure that hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah, so I'm using my bow dagger, which is +1 against undead, so it'll be
nice.
A d4 plus 3. 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, cool. So the momentum from that cold cock, right? Like fighter, you let that momentum kind of carry you, and like even though your ears are kind of buzzing a little bit, you still let it carry you over towards this other zombie. That when he goes to try and take like his swing, you are like your dagger is right in line with his forehead, and you just quick right in there, and it like kind of stutters for a couple seconds and falls forward dead.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, these things aren't. They don't have a whole lot of hit points. That's why there's a fuckload of them. And the last guy is going to make an attack for 15.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay. Well, 3 points of bludgeoning damage, as this one kind of gets a little like knee to the kidney action. All right, and Kers, zombie 3, 4, and 2 are gonna move up to you, my man, and they are gonna take their swings. So zombie, excuse me, 2 gets a 17 to hit.
It'll hit.
Okay, that hits for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Zombie 4 to swing for a 10.
It will miss.
Okay, missed. And zombie 3 takes a swing for a 15.
15 will miss.
All right, nice. So the first one comes in, gets you, like, kind of clips you in the chest real quick, but you're still able to just, like, dodge out of the way of the other 2 guys as they take swings at you. What we got here? Silvia. Zombie. Ooh, hold on. Let me see, because these guys are technically in difficult terrain. So doubled, he'll still have enough to make it. Doubled, he'll still have enough. And, ooh, no, he's got a 50. Nope, he'll make it there. Okay, cool. So they will, all 3 of these zombies will move up on you, on the back line here. Keep closing that out to look at you guys. 12. Zombie number 12 is going to swing for a 9.
Nope.
Okay, 14 is going to swing for a 22. Got a natty 9.
Yes.
All right. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage as a fist catches you, like it like stumbles forward across the like low hanging branches, and like while it's falling forward, reaches forward with his fist and like almost throat punches you, sort of. And then zombie 13 is going to go for a 16.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So, and then my guys right here are going to move. Oh, these guys are gone. Here, sorry. And let's see. Do they have? Nah, I don't think they'd be able. Well, I guess they could. They could use their dash action, I guess. But they're dumbass zombies, so I'm going to say they just move up. 50. Okay. All right, Kers. These one. Nope, he won't make it. Is that square touching yours? This one right here? Yes, it is. Okay. So 2 of them will be able to move up. 2 more attacks on you, and these guys are going to go right here to the business. That's it, because that's difficult terrain with that shrub there. All right, Kers, so 2 more attacks on you from zombie 20 and 17. That is a 6 and, off the table, a 14.
Of them will miss.
Okay, got it. So after the zombies, then it's Ota, and then Corvaous, you're on deck. So you're up, Ota. It's your turn.
Okay. Whoa, these guys are swarming you. Kers, you need me to come in there? Or, Draven, you doing alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
The archer.
Alright, I'll go in there. And here I go. I pedal my tiny little feet and I make my way downtown. Alright. Let's flank this guy and get some hits on him.
Kers looks in awe at somebody flanking.
Well, we'll see if we hit him. We only got an 11.
That hits, dude. They got an AC of 8, so.
Thank goodness. I rolled a 2 and a 3. Alright. Rolling for damage. First hit we got 8 slashing damage and 2 fire damage, so 10 damage.
Nice. What weapon are you using?
I'm using the Soul Sword of Gunther.
Oh, I have that one.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, you said slashing damage, correct?
That is correct. Slashing damage, and then I think I said 2 fire damage.
Yeah, yep. Okay, cool. So from like the kneecap up to its belly button, you just cleave into this thing, and then like push him forward with the crossguard on your sword as it begins to like roil in flame, falling forward and dead.
Ho ho! Hey, this should be pretty quick. How's about another one? Let's see if I can make it over there. Is that 10? Turns 5 at least.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you should be able to make that. Yeah.
We'll get one more. All right, you're next, buddy, and we'll hit him with a kick to. Let's see if we can dislodge his hips from his body.
Okay, right on.
Clean him between the legs. That's a 21 to hit.
Hell
So I'm
yeah.
guessing that does it. Here comes 9 bludgeoning damage to that sweet groin.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you're trying to dislodge his hips from his
Yeah,
body
just-
with a
just see
kick to
if
the
it-
balls.
Yeah, just like, clean take his hips out.
Okay, yeah, all right. Right. So after stabbing through the first one, you move up nimbly real quick right behind this guy and swing your foot up as hard as you can. And you watch as when you make contact, your shin going up into its crotch, its hip bones both shoot out of its like necrotic flesh as like the bones are now exposed, and like the knees and like all its skeletal structure like moves up inside of the skin as it just like kind of crumbles forward then and stops moving.
All right. He looks like he shrunk, like he's my size now.
All right. Is that the end of your turn then?
Let me think. Yes, I don't have any more movement.
All right. So then Corvaous, you're up.
All right. So, we got Talon on the other side of us. Yeah, I can do that. All right. I'm gonna come running the long way around the trees to here, and I will make 2 swings as I like running over there. I don't even draw my sword from the scabbard. I just put my hand out and use my weapon bond to summon it to me. And that first one will be there. It's gonna be a 12 to hit,
That hits.
and the second swing is a 12 as well. Oh, nice. So it's going to be so that's going to be 9 damage from the first swing to him and 9 damage from the second swing. Both of
Word.
them are
Okay,
9
so you move forward and summon up your blade into your hand, and the first attack is enough to take the first one out. So I'm going to say that like with a well aimed and heavy swing, you just decapitate 2 of them in a row, right? Like just heads fly from both of these from zombie 13 and 14.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I will have the shield run over near Talon. And let's see, that's action. And yeah, and Silvia, was she hit by that one attack on her earlier? I don't remember.
Yeah, she took some damage.
So I'll
But
just
more
go-
like she's stunned and disgusted by the fact that she got hit by the thing at all.
Alright, so I'll use my bonus action to just do healing word for 8 hit points.
I took 7, so if you want to... I don't know how healing word works.
You just it just brings you back up to full health.
Okay. Oh, thank you. That's fascinating. What did you do?
I just gave a prayer to Ezra.
Oh, is that your god?
A goddess.
That was very disgusting. Thank you for your help. Oh, there's one more.
Kers, it's your turn then. If that's the end of your turn, Corvaous.
That'd be the end.
Okay, I will start out by targeting zombie number 2.
All right.
It will be a 23 to hit.
Yep, that hit.
It is 13 points of damage.
Okay. I don't know how many people have seen that. What is it, Kung Pao? Right, where he punches like the perfect circle right out of the guy's sternum. Right, and the narrator's like, "Oh, I'm not a doctor or anything, but there should be some bones or guts or something." That's exactly what. Just like clean, straight through the sternum, and like spine exposed and everything. And this zombie falls over.
Circling around, I would next target zombie number 4.
Right.
That is an 18 to hit.
That hits. Talon, you're on deck then.
11 points of damage.
All right. So when you spin you spin around, and as you do, you throw like a spinning elbow and watch as like the lower jaw of this one zombie does like almost a cartoonish like spin around, like it goes from being, and it just like the slack jawed skin holding the bone and teeth in place as it like and falls forward dead.
We'll spin the key point to do a flurry of blows.
Hell yeah! Oh, this could be sick.
And target number 3. $15 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That will be 8 points of damage.
Okay, 8. So let me ask you real quick. Does Kers, with being a monk, I mean, I know obviously like the fists and everything, like, but with their like training, is there any like kicks involved, or is it mostly just punching?
It is mostly, there is some kicks involved, but it is mostly short elbows and palm thrusts. Very.
Okay. All right. Sick. So then on zombie number 3, then I'm gonna say he does like with that elbow spin, comes back, is forward facing now with zombie 3, and does like a little bit of a half step and brings himself up, and then just like palm strikes down on this thing's forehead, and you watch as its head like shrinks down into its shoulders as the neck just snaps, and it's like a lot shorter inside of its own shoulders now, and zombie number 3 goes down dead.
I will look at number 17 and target him for my final attack.
Hell yeah.
And that is a 21 to hit.
Hell yeah, dude, roll it.
12 points of damage.
All right. Well, I did 4 out of, I think 3 out of the 4. Do you want to, how's Kers finish this guy off?
Oh, let's see. He would do he would kick the inside knee, and then as it buckled, he would stand on top, kind of step off onto his bent knee, and do a spin and back elbow into the temple.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. So he takes that step off of the inside knee, goes airborne, and just brains explode as like the sharp point of your elbow like cracks into this thing's temple, and it buckles and falls dead on the ground.
I would turn to face number 20, and that will be my turn.
If a zombie could shit itself, which I'm sure actually it can, 20 would be doing that right now. But anyway, Talon,
the more important question is, could we tell the difference?
Yeah, very true.
Talon is going to move up to here. He will take the attack of opportunity as he goes by number 6. But on his way by right there, can he see Kers at all? Or
yeah, absolutely. Okay. You see Kers whooping wholesale ass on a group of zombies, right? There's guts fucking flying, bones cracking.
If I can see Kers, I'm gonna yell at him to be like, stop them, as I point to the dudes running away.
Okay.
'Cause I'm pretty
Oh,
sure-
okay.
As you clock Kers, you're on your movement over there. You yell to him. No sooner do you finish talking, though, as you catch a like slimy cold fist to the ribs and take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from that attack of opportunity. I'm sorry, it got a 19 to hit. If that hits, I'm assuming it does. That was my bad.
Oh yeah, there's a reason I said squishy for my character.
Okay, yeah. Okay, right.
Because I'm pretty sure the shield that Corvaous put up there doesn't move with him.
No, that's a shield. That's my familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how far? You said they moved 60.
Oh, those guys? Yeah, they moved 60 feet from where they were on either side of her, and then stepped into the wood line. So they would be obscured or cover currently with the trees around them.
All right. In that case, then Talon is just going to take the dash action to get up here, see if he can see them a little better. He'll get up to about there and kind of try and stay somewhat along the edge for a little bit of cover.
Okay. And you're trying to find those two guys?
Yeah.
Okay. You what actions have you used? Just move and bonus action?
Use and dash.
Okay, right.
Or
I'll say
actually-
if you want to burn your reaction from the round, you can do a perception check to see if you can see them and still have your action available to you.
All right.
His dash is an action. He's not a rogue.
Yeah, I'm not a rogue. I'm a warlock. So it
Oh
just-
no shit. Okay. All right. Well, I'll still offer still stands for the reaction to try and catch them, but you used it for the round then.
That's a 13 for perception.
Yeah. You between the sounds of fight, but like behind you, you can't see them, and you think you can hear somebody like running through the wood line, but you don't have a bead on them for sure. So that'll bring it to Draven's turn with Silvia on deck.
Okay. Did you see my message about what I want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, right on. Okay, Liu Kang's bicycle kick. Oh man, what is that?
No, the one-
backpack circle.
The one above that with Oda.
Oh, you're gonna throw Oda? Okay, all right. Well, describe to the viewers at home what exactly you'd like to do. Don't let them miss out on it.
No, I wasn't. That's why I wanted to ask you first.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna,
No, it's
I'm gonna
totally
turn
fine.
around. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around to Oda and be like, "Do you trust me?"
Uppies?
So I'm gonna grab him by the legs and swing him into these
the
other
legs.
two zombies. Yeah. So like as you reach up, I grab your feet and just swing.
What? I
Okay,
reach
good.
up and you grab my legs.
Yeah, and I just swing you into the other two zombies, assuming you still had your weapon in your hand.
I do, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Floki, make me athletics or acrobatics, your discretion, and then Oda, make one attack roll for me with your weapon.
D20 roll or
Yeah, D20 to roll. Yeah, like a regular, like it to hit their AC.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, all right.
22.
Oh yeah, all right. Oh yeah, and they're both within. Okay, yeah, that's dope. All right, so I'm gonna say you pick him up, and he's like holding his blade outward in front of him, sort of like this, and just whirlwind spin him around as the blade just like cuts like so deep into the chest of these things that like the ribs are like exposed and the upper shoulders like fall back, but then like the saggy zombie skin just lights on fire, and they both like kind of mill into one another before collapsing.
Yeah.
Them are dead. Yeah, that was
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's badass.
So, I'm holding you upside down. I'm like, dude, that was fucking awesome. And then I kind of like flip you and set you down, and then I take off.
I'm like, what happened?
I'm gonna run up to her and like kneel down and say, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Are you good?
Yeah. You get a lot closer, and what you thought at the time was a middle-aged woman, you now notice is a cantankerous old Vistani woman as she like looks up with her one like pale, like crackled eye, and she's like, "I'm fucking fine, asshole. I don't need your help." And she like sticks a clawed hand out to kind of like push you away from her, and she like stands herself back up. Is that it? That's the end of your turn, then, right?
No. So okay, that's 20 feet. Is there bushes here, or is this just like open field?
Yeah, no, so that's like a drainage ditch, and then there is there's like some high grass, but the grass, technically, just this 5-foot square right here counts as difficult terrain because it's a drainage ditch.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move, be like, well, fucking excuse me then, you cranky bitch. Alright, and I'm gonna run over here. And, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Word. Okay, Silvia, you're up then, with the zombies going after.
All right, excellent. She's gonna take a swing at zombie number 12 with her shepherd's crook, which aka is a halberd. That is an unnatural 20 to hit.
Okay.
She does that. Which does 12 points of slashing and 9 points of radiant.
Okay. Silvia, will you please describe to us how you destroy this 12th zombie, please?
Silvia, still very much facing Corvaous, thanking him for healing, just picks up her shepherd's crook and pulls it back and lets the handle slide and yanks it back, letting the handle slide through her hand into the skull of the zombie.
Right on. So it slides through your hand, and with like perfect, immaculate aim, just straight between the eyes, as the handle goes right through the skull and back out the other end. A little jerk forward, it pulls free, and the zombie collapses.
Excellent. That is absolutely disgusting. I hate those things. Let's go catch up with the others, shall we? They look like they might be having some trouble as she takes off towards Oda. She makes it about there. That's her running distance. And then that will be her turn.
Okay. Which leaves us with the zombies. So, zombies 16 and 19 are going to cover down on Draven, and 18 is going to move up here to you, Kers. So, 18 and what's this guy? 20. They're going to make their 2 attacks against you. First one is a 5. Second one is a dirty 20 to hit. Kers. Yep. Okay. That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage, as after that wicked display earlier is merely a love tap on your shoulder, I would assume. So now to do 16 and 19 are going to come down on you, Draven. First guy is going to swing for a 13. Second guy is going to swing for a 22. Right. Oh, man. Loki, my dice don't like you, brother. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage, max damage from this zombie, as it like catches you. You can feel this like slimy wet fist hit into your armor, but like when it does, you know when you got like a real bad cough and you can like feel it underneath your ribs, it's like that dull ache there right after this like slimy fist slams into your chest. And that'll be the end of the zombies' turns, bringing it to Ota with Corvaous on deck.
Oh, Draven, looks like you need some saving. And I kind of run up in there.
Come on, buddy. I'll take all the hands you can give me.
All right, this time, don't grab my feet, please. Slash at this first one. We get a 19.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
All right. First attack. is a 6 slashing damage and 1 fire damage, so 7 total.
Word. Okay, so you come forward, take a slash at him, and hack off just its left inner leg, like clean off, and it falls down into the drainage ditch. And there's this like gross puff of hot necrotic steam as like its flaming stump hits the drainage ditch next to you.
Gnarly. All right, let's finish her off. Let's get the next one, shall we? And I'm gonna flank this one, so we can decisively knock his head off. All right, let's see. That's a 19 to hit. So that hits.
19 hits.
All right. Ooh, there we go. That's a 12 bludgeoning damage. Just kind of give him a little jump, flying kick, like roundhouse kick to hit his head off.
Word. All right, and you get yourself up. Nice standing, nice vertical jump, and with a spinning roundhouse kick, this thing's head just like the neck cracks, the jaw breaks, and you watch as just like displaced spins in on itself, like the top of like the ice cream when it comes out of the dispenser.
Oh yeah,
That has those little triplets to it, and then it falls over dead.
We call that Shaolin soccer, my friend.
I love it. High five.
Can't reach.
And that's it
More
for
like,
you
it's
then,
more
right?
like a low 5 for you.
Corvaous, your turn.
All right, so I'm going to run forward 40 feet. Put you right up there. All right. And then I am going to throw my spear at zombie number 20. That's going to be a 11.
11 hits.
Not great, but 6 points of piercing.
6.
Yep.
Okay. Would you please describe to me how you spear this zombie, please?
So, like, I come running up there, and as I pass Silvia, I drop my longsword, and then the boar spear is my second bonded weapon, so I just draw it to my hand, just draw it and throw it, and much like in like 300, when they throw the spear from behind and it just goes right by their ear, it just barely just kind of grazes over Kers, maybe just shearing off just like a little bit of the end of some of his fur there, as it slams into the chest of that zombie.
Nice.
Thinking
Hell
like 3/4 of the way down the half.
All right. So that zombie is toast now. I'm sorry. Wait, were you going for 18?
20.
Yeah, 20. Okay, word. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, for my second part of the action, I guess I will pull my. How far am I still away? I think I'm like 25 feet. I'm good. Yeah. So I will go ahead and pull my one of my daggers, and I will throw my dagger at the other one.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 7 plus 6, so that is a 6.
Yeah, that hits. Their AC is 8, dude. So you got it. Yeah, you got him if you rolled a 7 plus. Yeah.
And that's going to be another 3 points of piercing damage as my dagger hits it.
All right, Corvaous. Last zombie. How do you want to do this with your dagger?
So the dagger, I flip it end over end. This thing's like turning, facing it, like it's getting ready to like try and like slash into Kers and like try and bite him. And as it goes to open its mouth, my dagger just like blasts through its mouth, and you just see the end of the blade just sticking out, like the hilt all the way up into its throat, and the back of the blades. The head just kind of hangs a little bit because it severs the spine as it punches through.
Hell yeah. Hell. So in the moment, we watch this dagger kind of go end over end. Everything gets a little quiet. It slams into the back of this zombie's skull. There's a spray of blood and a severed neck. And one thing becomes very apparent to these six of you. Although you are mostly total strangers to one another, and you are all from different walks of life, a different Barovia, if you will. The other 5 companions you now travel with are clearly very capable. And you become a little bit more confident about the trials and tribulations ahead. Despite Nestor not being the greatest person to meet initially upon arriving in this Barovia. So,
with
that all
that,
wrapped up.
let's go ahead and take our 2-hour break, sir.
Okay, hell yeah.
2-hour
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, did you say 2
Wow.
hours, Teddy? I was gonna say, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours. Let's go ahead and
it's
take
been
a break.
2 hours. Oh, I
It's
thought you
been
meant
2
like, yeah.
hours. Let's take a
Yeah,
break.
not like we're gonna
See you
take
back here in 2 hours.
I'm gonna go
We'll
take
be
a
back
nap.
at 10 p.m. No.
No, we ew. Whoa.
Ew.
No, we're gonna go take a nap and we'll be back. So yeah, let's Twitch, pay attention. This is awesome. This is good stuff here. Good stuff. You guys got to come back. Stretch your legs. I always believe in 7.5 minutes. So in 7.5 minutes, I'll be back. They may still be taking their break. They may be going to the bathroom, hugging their dog, getting something to eat, going whatever they got to do, right? In 7.5 minutes, I'll be back, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, we are back, Twitch. What's up? What's up? No, not everyone's back, but I already told you guys that wouldn't happen. I hope you guys are having fun. I know I'm having fun. This is a blast.
Sitting there quietly, listening to us.
Well, this has been an opportunity for me to, one, just be able to watch my players and enjoy them just playing. To watch Dragonslayer getting his feet wet online. To be really involved in the Twitch chat and, to be able to be doing some of the things inside, trying to work with. What I want to do is I want to get more involved with the Twitch stream. I want to have some rewards and stuff. I went through and I named all 3 tier levels. You have the adventurers now, you have the champions, and then you have Strahd slayers. But eventually I want to give, I want to give rewards that if you do more than just a tier 1, I want a tier 2 person to have a reward. I want to get some more emotes in there, different things like that. I really want to
get on
interactive.
Yeah, get on like Fiverr or something and have somebody design you up some emotes.
Yeah, exactly.
Morgan will be right back. He's out feeding the calf.
Tell Morgan he's a hoe.
Well, we can't if he's out feeding the calf.
I can. I'll tell him. I'll tell him when he gets in the house. It's fine. Or you can tell him. He would love that. He would laugh.
I could text him and tell him that.
Tell him specifically. Floki said it.
I forgot you were there, girl.
Yup, I'm here for the weekend. I got 2 more.
We have a guest star.
They can't see you. No, they can. I forgot Twitch. We're live again. Yeah.
Yeah. He will be back in just a few minutes. He's feeding the calf, and then But
yes, Frimmer, stuff to spend your points on.
So I will be visiting till Monday, and then I go back. Ugh. And then 2 more birthdays, and then I come home.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can now. I'm working on that, Jamie. 5,500, huh? Okay. I'm working on it.
If you need someone to design emotes, that would be... Talk to Allie. She might help you with that.
Yeah.
Allie would be really good at doing that for you.
And I also got my merch mistress, so not shameless plug here, but go down to the about and check that out, because in that about section I got my merch mistress. We got TTRPG swag, which is where you can get this cool Floki's Tavern shirt under Floki's tab. Under my tab I got a couple other ones, and then my dice dealer, who just happens to be Chris's, Ota, that's his wife. Check those links out. They aren't just there for my health. But yeah, for real, merch mistress, Manicaster. She and I, when we came to terms, she was like, I just have one major term, and I was like, what's that? And she goes, I want you to call me your merch mistress. That's what I want my title to be. I was like, bet, you're my merch mistress. So I got my dice dealer, I got my merch mistress. Look at that.
Jimmy made some of these cool ones. This is like a little cloud.
Ooh.
This is like a cool blue and metallic one.
Nice.
So we're waiting on Dragonslayer to come back, and obviously we're waiting on Talon, who is out there feeding the calf.
Feeding the calf, getting it done.
Sadie, I was
Isn't
just
that
as
thing
you were talking about that, I was just kind of ruminating on the hard time that you went through to be here now.
Dude, it's been a journey, brother. It's been a journey. It really has. You're gonna get me all sentimental and make my eyes start watering and stuff.
Yeah, I might put the purple dye away. Who knows what could happen?
Hey, they started talking about the purple dye earlier, and it showed its ugly head as Dragonslayer kept rolling. So you better be careful talking about the purple dye. The spirit of the purple dye is for real.
Alive and well.
Oh yeah.
What's the backstory on the purple dye?
So Chris's wife, Oda's wife Jamie, she's a dice maker. She's my dice dealer.
Oh, right on.
And she is infamous for making dice for her DMs that just slay, right? Well, this purple D20, it most nights it kind of starts off a little slow, but as Monty, who's usually on Tuesday nights, says, when it hits that first D20, it's got about 8 on the burners just waiting to go. Hey, it just starts rolling. When she warms up, she is hot. That's right. I'm talking about you, Mama Seti. She that purple D20 is amazing. And some people try to claim that she's weighted, right? If she is weighted, then how come I get just as many 19s? Which are almost on the exact opposite side. I mean, it's yeah. And I've gotten some ones with her, She loves to tell a story. She really does. And I'm big on that, Dave. I am big on I want the dice to tell the story.
Right. Yeah, no, me too. Floki knows the other the Banished Discord. I got shit. As a 20-year D&D player, I have used one set of dice the entire time I've been playing. That's it.
I remember that.
People have gotten me sets, and then I will re-gift them to other people.
We were giving him fucking hell about it. We were like, "What do you mean one set? What the fuck are you talking about? That's part of the hobby. You pick up D&D, you go, oh shit, and you get all the click clacks."
So, but my reasoning is has always been I started playing when I was 13 with the kids in my neighborhood, and I was our first forever DM. The kid that showed us how to play, we started, and then I was the first one to get a job, and I was I guess I'll buy these books and learn how to do this the right way, quote unquote, the right way. So then I started doing it, and I got those dice from the 3.5 starter set or players kit, I think it was called, but they're super cool. They're my favorite. I've never seen other dice like them, but anyway, we started playing, and then over time my buddies would call them the Doomsday dice because I killed a lot of fucking characters with those dice when we were kids, because you're 13-year-old boys, so it's always just
go ahead,
you're dead now, give me your character sheet, rip it up, you know what I mean. That was so they earned that nickname, and I've held on to them thus since.
I agree with Jamie. Let's see them.
Yeah, let's see.
So let me get them all rounded up here. I have lost the percentile and D12, I think, over the years. So those are not the OGs, but no, that is the D12. Yeah. So this is the D20. It's got this cool little spirally shit. I don't know why my camera won't focus on it, but
because it's focusing on your beautiful face.
Exactly. That's where I was going. Focus on
Try
that beautiful face.
Try to do this.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, maybe that's better. I don't know. No, my face is still in the frame.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
your
better
face
or not.
just loves the camera.
Yeah, it does. But the D6s were always my favorite too, because they're super. They're red and smoky and shit.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah.
Those
and
are
then
beautiful.
There's a D12 that it came with, and and the D4. The D4 is black and gray. But yeah, those are my only dice. These are the only ones I got. I love them.
That's crazy.
Are we waiting on? We're waiting on one more, right?
Yes, but he's taking care of a cow, so we can start without him. And
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and start without him while he's taking care of the cow. And definitely take a picture of your dice, Dave, and post them in the chat. I know that Danger Mall also thought we were talking about him because his name is Dave. But both of you, go ahead and take a picture of your dice. Yeah, in the Discord, in my server, in the lobby of my server, since you've been DMing. And I am going to mute myself and hand it back over to you.
Yeah, give me 3 minutes. I gotta grab my nicotine, or I'm gonna die. So I gotta get my.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the players dying.
Well, standing in the middle of a field.
It's a good time for us to RP.
Strahd doesn't like to doesn't like to revivify. So yeah, go ahead and do some role play. You guys don't really know each other. Go ahead.
Oda, what'd you think about that?
Time to take a bite.
I mean, I got to save you twice. Got to say my name. Say it nice.
Oh, maybe we can arrange a little quiet time later for that. But
ooh,
I think we make an excellent team. That's all I'm saying.
I think we performed beautifully out here in the battlefield. Kerr caught my eye. Man, you are one fast cat. I have never seen someone move that fast. Where did you learn to move like that?
That is half speed.
I think it changed the.
What?
My goodness, half speed.
Okay.
That's like.
I read a lot. I've learned certain techniques to help me a little faster.
Man, if
Paws of lightning.
If I could learn something like that, that would be wondrous.
I would like to point that out to all of you, Dragonslayer included, that Kers, his claws are silvered.
Ooh.
He was willing to allow himself to go through that pain and torture to have his claws permanently silvered.
It's sick. I wish I would have known that when I was describing the little action scenes there. I would have fucking definitely thrown that in there. But now that I know. Anyway, zombies are. You guys stand now in this crossroads. Dead zombies all over the fucking place. When there's like a brief bit of silence, you guys are kind of recognizing, like, okay, these are the people that I got to do this with. Gaining a little bit of confidence in the group, and that moment cut short by a smoker's wheeze as you hear this. Could you have fucking gotten this over with any sooner? And the crack of a riding whip as the Vistani, the old crony Vistani woman, begins to move her cart closer up the road, towards you guys, towards Corvaous. Just at a very slow pace too. She's not taking off or anything. It's just trotting along forward.
Ah, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Ah.
Oh,
Well.
that's good news. Say you wouldn't happen to be heading towards the what was it called? The Cold something?
Cold Creek.
I'm not heading there. I just came from that area, and damn everyone from down there. It's a terrible place. If you were smart, you wouldn't head down there.
I wish we didn't have to, but
Fair enough.
we're on a mission.
I've seen my parts of Barovia. They're not so pretty, so I understand where you come from, honestly. You're welcome, by the way.
Yes. We're all very thankful here for you saving my life. Yes. I guess no good deed goes warded or some shit. Say don't go down there because I was a part of the camp near Cold Creek. And those bastards that just tried to fucking take me away took most of the people that I was traveling with. That's where I'm headed right now, to speak with our elder. He's a wise and powerful man with many guideful sayings in his repertoire of wisdom.
Please tell me his name is not Nestor.
That's his name! As the camera like cuts away from you guys back to that camp, and you see a wine bottle roll off the table, and Nestor just like let one out and kind of laugh at himself for his own fart joke, and then it cuts back to you guys. Yes, he's the cousin of our of our train leader, Dagony. But him and his daughter Ez got snagged up in all of this mess, and now it's just me. So, thank you.
Did you say his daughter Ez?
Yes, Ez.
Short for Esmeralda, perchance?
Her eyes narrow as she looks at you, Kers, and she goes, "How did you know that?"
I didn't know that. You just told me.
No. You guessed her full name. You had to have known something. Don't play coy with me.
Ez is a nickname of Esmeralda. It seems like a rather obvious conclusion to come to.
She gives everybody like a cursory glance, and it's very almost illogically disturbed now that it like somebody who isn't a Vistani was able to guess something accurately, in her mind. But yes, that's Dragon's daughter. They were taken by men like those fools who tried to abscond with me.
Are they villagers from Cold Creek?
I'm sure this comes as a bit of a surprise, but I'm kind of a shut-in, and I don't really talk to many people whenever we make camp near a village, but if I had to guess, I'd say so.
That is fair. Well, we have good news for you then. We got sent here by Nestor, actually, to come and save Dagony and the rest of the Vistani. So whatever help you can provide would be most appreciated.
Make a persuasion check for me, Silvia.
Okay. That's an 8.
Well, I don't have much, but I do have this. As she rummages into her back pocket, or not her back pocket, like behind the bench of where she's riding, and she pulls forth like a small vial and throws it over to you, and she gives you a potion of healing. That's the last one I got. That's it.
Oh.
Does anybody got any more questions, or am I free to leave now from this interrogation?
What direction do you know where the villagers had taken them, or whatever reason they were taking the Vistani?
Well, I didn't quite catch all of that. You see, when it happened during, and I was asleep. And I assume that the only reason that I wasn't taken was because someone mistook me for a corpse. But that's not the point. I don't know where they were taken. I just know that our camp was raided in the middle of the night, and that I was the only one left when I woke up in the morning. We were supposed to meet up with Nestor, and now I'm trying to. And before I'm on my way here, those two men and these things caught me in the middle of the road, asked me if I was actually Vistani, and then tried to pull me off my wagon and take me away to do God knows what.
Well, it should be easy enough to track those two. Mostly because they don't have arms.
Yes, that was quite clever thinking on both of your part. She nods to Draven and... my goodness, Talon for rupturing those arms. But again, if I was you, I'd go to Cold Creek. Well, no, actually, never mind. I said don't go there. Senility, son of a bitch. As she's like,
You okay? Do you need healing? Are you okay? Are you feeling well?
I'll feel a lot better when I'm back on the road and at camp with people like me. As she grumbles under her breath.
I do not know if there are people like you. You seem to be very original.
Oh, why, thank you. That's very kind. A nice thing to say.
Do you
Well,
have any kind of clue what they meant by "you're the key to getting souls"? They
Go-
seem
make-
more important about that.
okay, she makes a bit of a face when you ask her this question. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
18.
Okay. you can tell by the expression she made when you immediately, like the immediate expression she made when you brought up this question, that she definitely knows something. She says in response to this, Vistani are the only ones in these lands who are allowed to travel freely through the mists. And with the mists not working lately, I assume someone who has come here from beyond has taken an interest in our people. What it has to do with souls, I haven't a clue. But if I had to wager a guess, something came here, knows or found out that we can leave at will, and is using us as a means to whatever end it has plans for. And I can tell you I want no parts of it. Nestor will know what to do. I have faith in him. He is both wise and powerful.
Do I believe that when she says Nestor is both wise
No,
and powerful?
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Does she actually believe it herself, though?
Yes.
Or is she trying to just sell it?
Yes, with your insight, you garner that she fully believes that Nestor is like the fucking bee's knees of this Vistani people.
Who do you think could even be powerful enough to mess with the Lord of the Land?
Well, either Nestor or Madame Ava, probably. Yeah,
I really believe that Nestor is that person when he shits himself. If you say Strahd. Like he shits himself.
He would never do that. That she begins. There's like a this old lady's like one gray eye like slowly starts to drift sideways in anger as she regards you, and is just like, he would never do that.
I look at Draven. I'm like, did he not shit himself when you said Strahd? Like he.
Yeah. He wasn't having it. He even said, and I quote, "I'm a coward. I could never say his name."
I've told you everything I know. I won't suffer any more of these lies. As she cracks the whip to her horse, and the cart begins to move forward.
Okay.
Good. Gonna let her go. That's it. All right. Cool.
What the heck?
Anybody want to do anything or?
That went well.
I look at everybody. I'm like, there's so much bullshit in there, but there's a lot of truth. How are we going to sort all this shit out, guys? I mean, somebody who thinks Nestor is like could mess with Strahd.
Let her think what she wants. She's an old woman. She's not going to live very long.
I don't know. Have you seen the old hags around here? We met
I
one
saw
that
the
was.
hags.
We met one that was Strahd's like godmother or some stupid shit.
What?
Yeah, freaking old
What?
as hell.
Who was that?
The evil hag in the friggin' swamp.
Baba
Telling you,
Yaga?
yes, she says she
Godmother.
needs to see her son, the son that never dies. It is her son. She's like this little cradle of him. It'll go from a baby all the way into a grown-ass adult. It is some real creepy stalker shit.
Are we walking and talking right now?
Yeah, we're walking.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
walking up the road.
Yep. Cool. So, you guys get into this back and forth about Baba Lysaga. And as if by mentioning her by name, the mists begin to roll in thick. Soon, the path you are traveling, to the left, to the right, all directions, a heavy mist begins to set in rapidly. And before long, you can only see the person standing to your left, to your right, or in front of you. And in order to continue forward, we're going to have a little skill challenge here. So we're going to do 3 successes before 4 failures. Everybody can try and navigate their way forward using whatever skill set or whatever resources you guys have available. Once we get to 3 successes, we'll find our way out of the mist. If we get 4 failures, bad's probably going to happen. All right? So, as the mist set in, vision is obscured. What is the first thing any of you would like to do?
I pull out a length of rope and I grab one side and tie it around my wrist and toss it to the person who is next to me and tell them to hold on to the rope and pass it back until everyone's connected.
Okay, is everybody going to participate in the rope chain?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you guys all tie yourselves off. Go ahead and I'll say for that, I'll have everybody make a basic dexterity check. Right, just straight dexterity check. XD. Just to make sure nobody's knot comes untied while we're traveling here.
18.
18, okay.
14.
Okay. 3, okay.
11.
11, Draven.
I have a question. I am a swashbuckling rogue. Would I have an advantage on knot tying?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yes, I will give you a bed. Yes, your time's at sea. You know.
Okay, well, it's about the same. 14.
Okay, 14. All right, and Kers.
17.
17. All right, great.
So our Warlock is the dexterous one. Awesome.
Excuse me, 17. I forgot to add my dex mod. 17.
All right. That will count as a success, despite the 3. So we're off on a good note. You guys don't immediately choose a direction, but like kind of continue on the path that you're already on, assured and confident about the fact that like nobody, at least now with this rope tied around you, is going to stray too far or out of line and get lost. So the mist's still thick around you. The road becomes a little bit more soft as you guys continue down the path. It's not as hard packed as it was earlier with the cart tracks and heavy foot travel. In order to continue towards Cold Creek, what would you guys like to do? What skills or resources would you like to use for this next check?
I'll pull out my my hooded lantern and put it on the end of my longsword and try to hold it up to, like, you know, cast as much light as possible. I mean, obviously, if we're surrounded by this fog, it'll be limited, but like as much as it would help to be able to use that to be able to light a little bit and help us to kind of maybe gather some things that are above the fog to help orient ourselves.
Okay.
Can I help you with that?
Sure. What do you have in mind?
I will pull out a small wooden rod. If you can affix your lantern to this, we get it hooked up to it, I'll press a button on it and it'll extend out 10 feet.
Oh, even better. Yeah, I'll with my lantern, I'll use a little bit of the rope that I have and tie it onto the end of his rod.
Word. Okay. So then I'll say, yeah, there you go.
Out of context. Go ahead.
That's got to go in your quotes thing, right?
And a face palm. Let's go.
So I will then say Kers and Draven, since you guys sort of aided one another, either of you can make a survival check with advantage then.
What's your whiz look like? Okay, so it doesn't matter. Go. You know what? You go ahead. You take it.
Bad.
All the quotes from Floki tonight.
It is an 18.
18. Okay. So with the extended lantern high out and you're like angling it forward or straight up or straight out to whoever's carrying it.
Probably angled out.
Angled out. Okay.
Somewhat.
Okay. Yep. So the lantern cuts through a chunk of it. It's normally when you're traveling through fog and you got like your headlights on, right? Like it does not help. But this, you said it's a hooded lantern, Floki, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually helping out a lot. It almost works. It's like the not over brightness, but like the perfect amount of light to shed enough vision forward that like when you guys come up this like small that's not small, it's deep enough that like it would trip anybody up who wasn't paying attention, rut that runs across like a washout in the road. Nobody falls or stumbles through it. Nobody traverses this section of the road totally fine, and that'll be your second success. So you guys cross over this washout. The fog is still, you can feel the temperature beginning to get cooler. And you can notice as the trees begin to draw in on either side of the path, both left and right, that they are beginning to change from a intermittent amount of like pine and sycamore and ash trees, that they are gaining more like fir, hardwoods, more coniferous trees. You are making progress towards your destination. But as you guys, as the path begins to narrow, and the way forward gets a little bit more confusing, what would you guys like to do to make sure that you continue on the correct path through the fog?
I want to kind of check and see, if we're heading towards like that thicker, more dense vegetation, and not like back towards where we came from, where there was kind of like little sparse little kind of bushes. So like it'll be like thicker towards the water, something like looking for kind of signs of like thicker, healthier like trees or something.
Okay, you want to do like a terrain association?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Maybe look for like some animal trails that are heading towards the water or something.
Okay. Go ahead and I will say you can either make a survival check, or if you have knowledge history, I will say you can make that too. It's your pick.
With a survival check, I got a 12.
12. Okay. So you do a check around. You try to associate with terrain as best you can. You notice a lot more dew on some of the tree branches off to your left, right? So the path begins to veer in that direction conveniently. And in about 5 minutes, you guys arrive at a 4-lane crossroads. 3 of these are footpaths. 1 is a continuation of the path that you've been on so far, as you have gained your first failure on our skill check through the mists.
Sadness.
Well, we do know she came from Cold Creek, right?
Yeah,
That's what
she
she
did,
said.
and she had the cart.
She had a cart, so there's only one option.
Yeah, let's check for some fresh prints in the mud.
Okay,
those
look for
guys-
some card tracks. Who's gonna take this up? If that's
Actually,
what
I
you
have
guys
a
are gonna do.
The
What
two
do
guys that came in, did they have their own horse? Or did they just run her down on a cart?
No, they ran her down. They ran
They
away
did?
quite quickly. So even if they did have a horse, They
I mean,
ran.
there was a horse there, but I didn't know if that was supposed to be the Spectre horse or their horse.
Holographic horse.
I think it was
Ooh.
the Spectre horse that was drawing the wagon.
The cart was drawn by a spectral, like an ability Vistani carts have. The two guys did mention, they said, should we go back to the horse or should we go to Cold Creek? And one of them said we can't go back to the horse empty-handed. And everybody had clocked that conversation, but there wasn't nobody actually, unless there was a token on there that wasn't supposed to be on the player mat, there was not actually a horse within eyesight.
Oh, he said horse. That's my mistake.
I mean, I guess I'll get down and start assisting with Silvia looking for tracks or looking for the wagon ruts.
Right.
What are we looking
Okay.
for?
So I'll let it up to whoever's going to make the roll. You can either do investigation or survival.
I am a 0 on both of those.
Okay.
With advantage, Loki's going to help though.
Do an investigation.
I'll investigate.
I'll help you.
So wait, but only one of us gets to roll with advantage. So
Yeah.
Let him roll.
Yeah, you roll with advantage because I
Okay.
got +0 for both of
Alright.
those.
cool. First roll's not great. Second roll is much better. Investigation's +3, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure enough, despite the main path looking like the more favorable option for cart tracks to come down, the footpath off to your left, only a footpath for about 15 or 20 feet. And when I say footpath, I mean you look and the impacted dirt is wide enough as far as like someone would walk, right? But the wet grass on to the left and right side of that, you notice, is like pushed down in 3 inches wide on either side, like they would be from tracks. And then sure enough, when you push through this set of underbrush, there is a wagon path through this, right? And you succeed on the final check. Gain your 3 successes. You guys move for about another 40, 50 feet on this path. Pretty sure that this is where you're supposed to be. And sure enough, the mist begins to clear. You can see the outline of Mount... oh man, I forgot it already. Gacchus. In the not too distant horizon. And you can even see curls of white smoke coming from just a little bit further on down the road. Curls of white smoke, like chimney curls. Not campfires, but like a settlement is not far ahead. And with a little bit of traversing, you guys arrive at a village, a coal mining village, at the base of Mount Gacchus. This is Cold Creek. A small stream runs in front of the town with a little wooden bridge, and on the other side of which you can see there we go. Said he already got it. All right, cool. You guys can see the town of Cold Creek. You notice there are probably about, as you guys like walk up into town, there are banners of like red and white cloth with some local vegetation woven into it. Like you get the vibe that there's like some sort of festival happening right now. There are people with like little pine branches like interwoven into like tiny little crowns around their head. There are women and men like kind of dancing and singing. But then there's the occasional, Barovian villager that just sort of the one hobbit in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings, the guy that like mean mugs Gandalf and the fireworks as they go by. There's like a couple of those kind of like Barovians, just exactly, like they're giving the mean mug, as these people are celebrating in town. At the center of town, near where this sort of statue is, there's actually a large platform, and in front of it is about a 10-foot long by 5-foot wide section of hot coals, over top of which a single iron bar is slowly turning a cherry red. In the back right corner over here, there's a small band playing. There are people dancing in this open section. People passing out food and eating. And then again, intermixed in that, there are a couple of people that seem to be not interested in the current festivities. What would, the 6 of you like to do now?
I'm going for some food.
Okay, Draven, you head over towards where they're handing out food. Everybody else?
Yeah, follow me.
Food?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. So the 3 of you, or does everybody gonna head over towards where they're handing out food?
Yeah.
What's the cart up here?
What's the
Did you
what?
say? The cart they got going on?
Oh, right here? Yeah, so that is a regular, like, stagecoach. It's unhitched right now. There is no horses attached to it, and this building right here to the left is a coach house. It has, like, a double set of, like, barn doors on it that are currently closed. And, in fact, there is... make a perception check for me, Talon.
If there is a way I could parkour on top of a roof, I would like to do that.
Okay. Stealthily or just like parkour, like right out in the open?
Let's say stealthily.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth and acrobatics check for me. Talon, what'd you get on that perception check?
14.
14. Okay, so you notice the stage, or the coach house, excuse me. The the doors are closed to it. There are normally at this hour horses outside of coach houses, right? Like there's any of them that are being used or in use would have horses attached to the wagon because people are coming and using their services, right? But this wagon sits empty. The doors of this sit closed, and there is no light coming from this building. In fact, out of with a 14, you notice too that there is a unusual amount of dust gathering on like the window sills, some cobwebs. You know, you get the feeling that this building is not being used regularly, which is strange for a coach house. Now, Kers, what'd you get?
Hit 19 on stealth. What was the other one you wanted? Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
The 19 on stealth, 23 on acrobatics.
Okay, hell yeah. All right, let me roll real quick. Shit. All right, so you very stealthily climb your way up onto this red shingled building right here and can see the whole town before you. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
No, just scanning around.
Just scanning around. Okay. So you begin to, check your gaze around the town, looking for anything really. The other 3 of you that went over for food, you guys approach, and you see the first person to make eye contact with you is this like tall, lanky fella with like He's got like soot all around his hands. He's got these two like buck teeth and like a broken pair of glasses on his face. This like kind of moppish hair. He's got like a pretzel and just a sausage in the other hand, right? And he has this like bizarre sort of smile on his face, like nobody should be that happy, even if it was like a really good fucking sausage and a really good pretzel. Like somebody should not be this fucking happy, as this guy's just like, "Welcome to Cold Creek. Are you guys here for the festival?"
Yeah, you're a little overly exuberant. I'm digging it.
Well, I mean, and he leans in close to you, Floki, and he's just got like hot breath. As this guy is like, "That's because I have a soul now. Isn't it great? Isn't it great to have a soul? I mean, that's something to be celebrated, right?"
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we're celebrating.
Tell me, how exactly did you get a soul?
Well, we were saved.
By who?
Well, if you hang around long enough, there's a good chance you're gonna get to meet him. But before we get into any of that, why don't you have some food? There's some sausages, some pretzels. Come on, all the three of you, make yourselves welcome. Welcome to Cold Creek. Welcome to Cold Creek. As he just like kind of ushers you guys over towards the food table.
Draven is suddenly hesitant, recalling his interaction with the pie lady. Is this am I getting pie lady vibes right now?
I'm pretty sure I know who you're referencing when you say pie lady, I think. But no, not exactly. You turn as you're trying to hone in on the exact vibe that this guy's giving off. Silvia and Ota, you guys also head over for the food. I think Corvaous does as well, right? So you guys make your way over there, and as this gentleman is sort of like got a beat on Draven, and it's like, come on, have some pretzels and some sausage. It's gonna be great. Oda, you feel a finger tap you on the shoulder, right? And when you kind of look over your shoulder real quick, you see the woman with like a stern face on. She's got like leathered skin, leather hands, like a worker. This woman's like a coal miner, right? She's got black soot on her face, yellowed teeth, like lizard lips, thin lips. As she just leans forward and she goes, "Why the hell are you people here? What are you doing here?"
Well, that's a different change of pace. So, is that guy all right? He seems a little woo.
She like kind of narrows her eyes at you and she's like, "Do me a favor and look around quick." And you do, and you notice that the majority of these people, all the people in this like these festival garments, have this same sort of eerie expression on this face. Like nobody should honestly be able to physically hold a smile on their face for as long as these people are, while they're like dancing around, talking to one another, making merry.
Does this woman look like a Vistani or something?
No, she looks just like a regular Barovian villager. She doesn't look like a Vistani. But you turn your attention back to her, and she's just like, "Why have you come here?"
Well, that's a great question. I hesitate to say the main details, but
We were told to come here by a friend of ours. They said there was a festival happening, and we were curious.
man, you're so much better at doing that. I would have spilled the beans instantly.
Okay.
Well, we were just told up the road by a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
100%. You got it.
Yeah.
She
There's a fog that rolled in and everything, so we thought we'd stop by for a little bit. Though this is a bit odd, and I am kind of concerned with what he said. He said he had a soul now, which, by and large, I don't believe in souls, but by and large, people are born with those, and they have them by default, even in Barovia. So that is a
Yeah.
bit of an odd statement to me and reminds me very much of a not so nice woman I met at one point who killed children and put them into pies.
Yeah. So she, even for being a Barovian villager, is taken back by the mention of eating pie people. But quickly gains her sort of composure here. And she turns to you with a very serious face and is like, if you met someone out on the road who told you to come here, then they must have come from that damn tavern. And they are the last people that you would want to listen to. They are even crazier than these motherfuckers. And look at them. Look at them right now. And again, you turn and you notice now that there are two gentlemen with long metal tongs that reach down into this bed of coals and begin to rotate this bar of iron that is laying across them over and over again, so as to heat it up like evenly across its length. Kers, up on top of the building, make me a perception check real quick. And then also, Talon, what are you doing now that you just finished, like, kind of looking at that, looking at the coach house? Are you gonna, like, regroup with them, or are you still kind of, like, hanging back?
If he walks over towards the coach house, because it's kind of odd, do these people show concern about him going that way? Like, if he...
Yes. As a matter of fact, they do. So out from if you're over here, out from this house right here, steps a guy, an older man. He's kind of got like a crook in his back. He's got like a linen sack that he's sort of dragging behind him, and he looks up and he sees you, and he quickly like has like an expression of alarm, and he's like, "Oh no, lad, don't go anywhere near there. You don't want to go in there. No, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Those people, oh, just stay the fuck away from that building. Come here. As he, like, motions you over.
He will cautiously make his way there, but he's looking for, like, windows, anything that he can kind of peek in to, and he's not being subtle about it.
Right. You make your way over, so you don't clock anything extra on top of what you've already sort of seen from the coach house. You begin to move towards this guy. Kers, what'd you get on your perception check?
It is a 16.
16. You notice on the back side of the coach house, it'd be off screen, but back here, between the woodboard siding, a puff of dust works its way through the boards and out into the air. No noise, nothing extra, just a large puff of dust works its way out through the wooden siding of this building. Draven, this guy's basically almost got your hand now, right? As now two women sort of walk up to you with a platter, in each of them bearing a platter, one with pretzels, the other with sausages, and he's like, "See, look at how good the food looks. Come on, please enjoy." As they like, these two women, both of them, like, and they're probably like middle-aged. They both like raise these platters up to you, and the food looks really good. As they hold it up, they're like, "Come on, join us, be merry. This is a time of great celebration."
Okay. And I'll take a pretzel just to like appease him. Still a little leery about the food, but I'd like take the pretzel and be like, hey, all right, yeah, let's celebrate.
And as soon as you take the pretzel and you do that, and this fella immediately like just kind of walks away from you as the two women like kind of flank out and around you and begin moving back into the crowd, handing out food. Talon, this guy calls over to you, and he moves forward and he reaches down into his linen sack as you're drawing, and you're sort of like, "All right, motherfucker, like, you're coming over cautious, you're ready." And he just pulls out like a red apple and he takes a bite into it, and he like looks at you with this stern face. "The coachmaster who runs this place has been gone all day, and
what's weird, and I know that doesn't sound weird, right? But what is weird is I haven't seen him here in 2 weeks, which is right around the time these people started acting, well, like this.
As he motions out to everybody kind of, being joyous and happy.
He's like, I don't know how long you've been in Barovia, but have you ever gone to a town in these lands and seen people happy?
I've been to a town where they were forced to be happy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the only kind of happy I think you'd see on the average Barovian's face, is a forced kind of happy.
But I do have a question. It smells like there's plenty of good food out here. Meat, bread smells like it's cooking. Why are you still eating this bag of apples that you're dragging on the ground?
Well, that's because I don't want anything to do with those people. So far, it seems like they're tolerating the rest of us. But a lot of them have all taken to this attitude, this demeanor amongst them. And I can't quite pin it down, but they keep talking about souls, having souls now. And a couple of days ago, some Vistani stopped in town to pick up some supplies. And then that's when this shit started really kicking off, where they got all excited, right? All excited like this. Oh, we're going to have a festival. We're going to have this big party. And something just doesn't sit right with me about it. So, I can tell you're new in town. And the last place you want to be is near that coach house. And this is probably the last place in all of Barovia that you want to be, because God knows what the hell they're up about.
As he takes another bite out of his apple.
So the people that are all happy, are they like your actual townspeople?
Every one of them.
Every one of them.
Kers, you're up on the rooftop. Are you going to do anything, or are we just clocking that puff of dust?
My focus is on Talon.
Okay. You see him talking to this old fella, just having a pretty amenable conversation so far. Same thing though. You watch him reach into that linen sack and kind of get tense for a second, and then he just pulls out that apple. But back over to also Corvaous. You doing anything in particular? You're hanging around Ota and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just hanging around with them, the food and stuff.
Okay. Back to you two. So this old lady, again, she's like,
What, why are you, you said you came here for this party?
Well, no, we didn't originally come here for the party, but we did hear about it just now. But that's besides the point. We were actually on our way to search for a friend of ours who was supposed to be over here this way. He was supposed to meet up with one of his cousins, another friend. There's a lot of friends of a friend with cousins. Yay! Pretzels.
Right, yeah. On theme.
On theme. There's a lot of friends of a friend, but we're here looking for a man named Dagny.
That's right.
She mulls it over in her brain for a second, and she's like,
That sounds like a Vistani name. I couldn't say I could place the fella, but a couple of them came in town not too long ago, sell some of their wares, buy some supplies, and
she waggles a quick finger over at the festival goers.
Not everybody was real excited about it, but the rest of us, they come and go all the time in town. It's pretty normal. Nothing really to think about. But, Johan, the town carpenter, he got real uppity about it. And, well, as soon as he saw the Vistani coming to town to sell whatever it is that they came to sell, he started spouting some weird shit about angels, souls, and a key or something. I don't know. I couldn't quite make it out. I'm trying to do my best to
Stay out of it.
Their view as much as I can, if you catch my drift.
I do completely understand. I've been in enough crazy to know crazy. But that's perfectly fine. Though I do have a quick question. What's with the iron bars in the pit of coals? Are you going to be roasting a pig?
I have no fucking idea, which is why I am asking you people why you came here, because the last thing I want to see is somebody get hurt, and that looks like...
Yes, I was about to say that looks like something that is going to be used against something that we might not want to be around for. All right, that's fair. So, Yotown, that's what you said the carpenter's name was?
His name was Johan.
Johan? That was it? I misheard that badly.
It's all good. I got good ears.
I run into him every once in a while in town. The last normal conversation I had with him before he said all this crazy shit about angels and souls was he was supposed to go to the coach house and fix some floorboards on the upper level. Talking about purchasing some wood from the next town over to get the job done. That was the last normal conversation I had with the guy, and then he started acting like these people.
Well,
do you know anything? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Do you know anything about? Is there like a person called like the horse or something? We heard some crazy guys talking about going to a horse, but it didn't sound like, just any horse.
She makes a face of like disappointment almost.
She goes, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You remember when I said about people coming to the tavern? There's a place some of these people have been going. The dumbest name I've ever heard, called the Legless Horse. That's a lot of these people go there. I guess there's some guy there named Nicodemus, who's the one that's been talking about whatever shit it is they're prescribed to these days. That's really all the more I know about it. Some guy named Nicodemus who's promising them angels, souls, stuff like that. I don't know what for. I'm going to guess that is what we're witnessing here today.
Okay.
Interesting.
Draven.
Thank you.
Yep, Draven. You make me I'll say perception check real quick. While you're over a little bit further into the food crowd.
Uh, 15 or 17. What? Hold on. Perception's +5. Yeah, so 17.
You hear like a bunch of intermittent chatter. Like you hear a lot of like stuff like, "Oh, praise this day. This will be one of the greatest days of all of our lives. The beginning of a new era. Our sins shall be washed away in the golden rays of his light." But what catches you is, "And the non-believers shall be let free from this land." Right? The non-believers will be let free from this land. And like you hear these words, and then like your gaze just naturally drifts to this wooden platform and the iron bar slowly heating up in these coals, right? Talon, this old fella's in front of you again.
Whatever business you got in Cold Creek, friend, I'd see to it quick and I'd get out of here.
I'm actually just going to nod to this old timer and turn around and start to walk back this way. But I do want to look up to see if I can see Kers anywhere, because I do know that he runs around on the roofs a lot when we go to new places.
Okay.
This is normal?
Go ahead and
Right.
if you're specifically looking for Kers up on a rooftop, go ahead and just give me a perception check with advantage.
He's a cat. He likes different levels.
You know what? I can respect that. I had a thought to try to follow you and clumsily fall down or something.
So that's an 18.
Okay.
When I see him, I'm going to like signal to him to look into the coach house. But then I'm going to walk like just a little bit past there. Are there people paying that much attention to the fire right now?
Aside from the two guys that are
every once in a while, every like 5 minutes or so, rotating this bar. You notice that there is a guy who begins to walk up onto the platform, and he walks over to a very small table, puts down a linen rolled like a linen rolled tool set, puts it down. You see him produce out a small hatchet, a knife, and 2 pairs of meat hooks, and then place them all out onto the table. He turns and addresses. Oh, go ahead.
As I see all this, he's going to flip a flask of oil into the fire and get everyone's attention. He's like, "Happy days are coming!" and continue to work his way back to the rest of the group.
Okay. So
basically, he's hoping to get everyone's attention, though.
Right. You flip a flask of oil, and it lands into the coals, and it erupts immediately in like a huge gout of flames. The 2 guys with the like tongs kind of like take a step back, and they're like, "Ah!" But everybody else around, like all the festival goers, do like when you announce like, "Oh, happy days," like join in the celebration. They also immediately like erupt in like joy. They're like, "By the flames, the non-believers shall be purged of Barovia." You hear the guy next to you shout, right? As like you get a reaction, a tipped hand, if you will, from one of the festival goers from your small display before regrouping up with the rest of the party.
Basically, he's going to try and keep that going so that the attention's over here.
Right. Okay. So, what do we got here? The old lady, Oda and Silvia, again, she's like, the flame erupts from your companion in the fire. You guys all clock this, right? And as it does, you watch this old lady kind of shudder and take a couple of steps back, and she's like, "I think that's my cue to get the fuck out of here," as she starts to take a couple steps back in towards her home.
Get who you can out of here.
She nods, like, okay. And she begins to beat feet, like, as fast as an old coal miner lady can, down along, like, the shadows of the building line and over towards where the festival goers aren't currently. Like, kind of regroups up with that old man, honestly, and they like, link up and sort of move out of eyeshot.
Oda, I think we need to go corral the others and get information from them. I think we might have our man.
I agree.
So you start wandering over to meet with the others. I guess near the pit. That's where everyone else is.
Okay. Corvaous, can you make me a perception check right now? As you're sort of like, I'm guessing you're sort of like taking this all in while they're like having the conversation, sort of looking around.
Yeah, I'm kind of just watching around, looking. Like, we haven't seen any children here, right?
Nope.
So no children whatsoever, which strikes me odd for one of the places we've seen. So that's going to be a...
And that's because I've either captured them all or did something else to them.
Seems legit. Seems legit.
Chill, dude.
That's a... Is it perception? 14.
They're all in the sausage.
19 altogether. Okay.
They're all in the pretzels.
While surveying the crowd with a 19, catch out of the corner of your eye this silhouette of Dugan. As you see him, he's not paying you attention, right? He's not looking at you, but you see him knocking on the double doors to the coach house, and then he moves inside of them, like, ethereally moves through the doors and into that building.
All right, so I mean, it's peaceful knowing that he isn't talking shit to me and telling me the actions that he thinks I need to do. But on the other hand, he's kind of striking that nerve of like exposing a little bit of cowardice on my part because he's making the moves, like he's kind of advancing it along. Nick, I want to kind of just like wander around, like I'm just looking around, but not trying to make it not obvious that I'm
Sure.
heading over to the coach house.
Okay,
So-
go ahead and make me a stealth check.
All right, that's my great skill at disadvantage because of armor. A 7.
That's good enough to mosey. Yeah, that's good enough to just like mosey. I mean, these people are all drawn in right now, especially at lower DC because Talon threw that oil on. Like, that's all kind of happening right now. Everybody's attention's sort of focused on that. So you make your way over to the coach house. What would you like? Are you gonna head like? We gonna like look in there, try and like peek through a window, head for a door?
I wanted to kind of try and like take a peek inside as I move over there, like post up near near the door or near a window or something that will allow me to either peer inside or at least listen inside.
Okay. You peer inside and immediately you see like up in the air, there is a lot of disturbed dust floating around in the air. And then like, follow it down. You notice there is a pile of wooden like debris, and then you just see a small trail, like a pool of fresh blood at the base of one of these like boards from within from outside of the window. Yeah.
So it looks like the blood is like dripping down there, or is it just a pool?
No, it looks like there's a pool of blood on the floor, and then there is like a board like slammed down into it, right? Like there's rubble, and then there's like debris. It looks like something fell, and then there is a pool of blood underneath like that rubble, like leaking out not leaking out, but like forming at the base of this rubble.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay.
I'll
Go to open the door, and you go to open the door to this, and it is locked.
Okay. So I'm going to look inside, and I can see, and I'm going to have a shield appear inside that room, and mentally, I'm just going to tell her basically, Ashil, what is it that's going on in here?
And Ashil is an imp, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna lie, it's pretty fucking crazy in here. It looks like some shit fell from the ceiling. There's a bunch of blood, and then there's like a girl in here all tied up on the floor, but she's moving around a lot towards a body?
Can you do something about the lock on the door?
Sure, yeah. And you hear like a latch unlock, and the door kind of creak ajar a little bit in front of you.
All right. And then once the door becomes ajar, I'm going to step in, and then summon my longsword into my hand.
Okay, you open the door, kind of slide in, summon up your longsword, and you immediately see the upper level to this building. The floorboards must have given way, and there is a guy with he has like a knife in his hand, but a bunch of floorboards have like broken floorboards and nails have like pierced through him or like hit him on the head, and he like lays on the floor in a pool of blood as this like teenage Vistani girl with long brown curly hair, her like kind of got a gag over her mouth, her hands are tied up, her feet are tied up, is like worming her way over towards like the knife in his hand, you assume to cut her bonds free.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to run over to her.
Okay, you rush over to her. Meanwhile, the rest of the party, you guys all kind of group up in the square here. Right as this fella turns to address the crowd, Talon's little display of oil has everybody's attention now towards the center. It is time, my friends. It is time to bring the non-believer out. Our first sacrifice to the Lord of Light. As Nicodemus has told us, we will perform the sacred ritual to mar his flesh
remind him of the sins he has allowed to befall him here in Barovia, and we shall set his soul free with the Blood Eagle. As the crowd, yeah, souls for everybody, woo, yeah, this like crazy smile on their face, just like elongating even more, like you swear in a moment, like when you look around at this crowd, that there's like blood forming at the corners of these people's mouths because of how stretched back this smile is. The eyes almost seem like sort of popped out of the skull, like at the time they're just like red from like the joy and happiness that is like overcoming them. But you know, you guys sort of like come back to what's everybody doing.
I think Nicodemus is the bad guy here.
I agree.
Just a guess.
I think it's time we get the fuck out of here.
I think it's time to go find who this... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we need to get the person out of the coach house and go. Because I'm sure that's probably who we're looking for.
Somebody went in the fucking coach house? Jesus.
Yeah, there's a couple of people in the coach house, I'm pretty sure anyways. They are like really protective of it.
It's a whole cult. I'm telling you. And I swear, the coach house, you said there's someone there. If we go to the coach house, we find the basement. Cults are always in the basement.
They had me at sacrifice. This is a cult.
Cults are always in the basement. This is a law. This has never failed me.
Hopefully, I try to send Kers in there. That's what distraction
You feel
is.
underneath your feet through the shingles and the timber, the trusses of the building that you're on. You can feel a commotion stir in the building underneath you. Something is thrashing about and making a lot of noise, making a lot of movement, and banging into shit, right? And if you let the moment pass, not too soon after, 3 men come. Oh, what the hell is this?
No, leave it. He's a good boy.
Okay, all right. 3 men come out of the building, or 4 men, excuse me. One in a set of irons, like around his feet and around his hand, and a burlap sack. He's badly beaten. There's bloodstains all over the like linen shirt that he's got on. With a guy behind him and a guy to his left and right, like begin to like drag him out. And they're like, again, this just elongated smile on, and they're like, "Come on, you're gonna love this next part. This is going to be the best thing that has ever happened to you." As they're like dragging, and he's like kicking, dragging his feet, pushing him back, like trying to get away. As they begin to drag him over to the front, like right up next to you, Talon, if you're still here, Coles, in front of the bar. Corvaous, back in the coach house, this you rush over and you see this girl like quick turn onto her hip, right? She locks eyes with you and she's like, like show it, like has her bonds like up.
Yeah, I cut her bonds free quickly.
Okay, you cut her bonds free, cut the gag off of her. She's like, sorry, I didn't think that I was going to get that lucky. Threads of fate above. Fucking floorboard falls down and kills this guy right before they're going to send me to that goddamn fucking tavern. Anyway, she looks up at you. My name's Ez, as she reaches a hand up to help herself up.
All right. Now, this is the same. Is this the same Esmeralda, or this Barovia of the Esmeralda that I know?
No, this is a teenage Vistani girl whose name is Esmeralda. But if you have met Esmeralda in Barovia already, yes. Mm-hmm. You notice in the eye line, the facial structure, the hair is a dead giveaway. The only thing that is obviously different, this Esmeralda still has both of her legs. She doesn't have the prosthesis like she does the Esmeralda that you know. But you gather pretty quickly that this is a teenage Esmeralda Dievenair.
And suddenly feel creepy. So, all right. So I was like, I feel like we may have met before, but
the way things are going right now in these lands, I'm not surprised by that. But for as pleasant as this meeting has been, I really appreciate if we could get the fuck out of here right now.
I agree. Grab the knife.
She reaches down, yeah, like as soon, you're like saying it, and she's already got it in her hand. She's like, "Those bastards took my father to that fucking tavern. I mean to go there and set him free before whatever the fuck it is they plan to do to my people happens."
Right. Stay right beside me, and we shall see it done.
She leaves with you. You guys make your way back out. As you are,
as we go walk out the door, I'm going to take my cloak off and kind of spin it around her shoulders and everything, pull the hood up, just to kind of.
She picks up on the drift, like as you're in motion doing it, and she like willingly, assists, like bundles herself up, kind of disguises herself under the cloak. You guys make your way out through the door, and at this point in time, this guy is now like on his knees in front of this pit of coals. These other two guys have picked up this iron bar with both tongs and are bringing it over. The fella up on the stage is like, "The non-believer shall carry the weight of his sins across these barren lands in a demonstration," again with a smile, "of his willingness to give up his sacred gift he is unworthy of, his very own soul." As they will drop this iron bar into this guy's hands, right? And immediately there's just like the singed smoke smell, like pour. He's got this sack over his head that they rip off like right at the same time. He's just like, screaming in agonizing pain. They like grab him by the like coif of his shirt, hoist him to his feet, and kind of give him a shove out onto the coals. He takes his first steps and stutters and falls down onto the ground. Then these guys like with these long tongs like grab him and try to like hoist him back to his feet. Reinserting this bar into his hands the entire time. There's just blood starting to pour out of his hands. There's smoke coming from his skin.
Silvia runs towards the pit and just jumps in, grabbing the guy and like throwing him out.
As soon as she does that, the guys that are throwing the bar on him and stuff, Draven immediately lets loose an arrow.
Okay.
As they do all that, the jackass being the non-believers is going. Talon's going to shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
Okay. Word. Anybody else?
Yeah, hopping out of the coals.
Okay, so
I've got to run over to the guy
I'm gonna
kick
the nearest smiling person in the mouth.
all right. Word. So Corvaous, you and Esmeralda are coming out through the door. Talon, Draven, you guys take your shots. Silvia, you jump into the flames. I'm gonna say make a athletics check real quick.
All right, that's fair.
Oh fuck yeah, yo, dude! I think I got the same fucking. I got the
Nice.
same.
Hold on.
Did we just become best friends?
You're fucking right, we did.
Twins.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay, dope. So you like hop into these fucking coals, but like your time as a paladin, you're fucking ready for shit like this at a moment's notice. You grip the guy up and like jerk him in such a way that the bar just like rolls out of his hand. He is like light as a feather. This guy has not been being fed for a while. Like he is emaciated. He is super easy to use. Throw him over your shoulder and are out of the coals before taking any kind of damage. As soon as you had jumped in, people are these elongated smiles immediately just like wrench themselves down into these like horrific frowns. Again, the eyes begin to like pop out as they're like, no, our Lord will despise us, as they all begin to move. Draven and Talon, you guys fire off your shots, and they both like hit. You don't even need to roll. It's that easy. These guys are villagers, right? Like it's like fucking shooting ducks in a barrel. They both immediately fall, and that gives even you watch as like the like religious fanaticism in these people stutter for a second, and it almost gives you pause in the moment. You're like, oh fuck. Did I just, shoot somebody who is being coerced into this, or did I shoot a fucking crazy person? And you're not quite sure. As Deserted frenzy begins amongst you. There's no concerted effort. They are running all over the place. The head guy that you had taken that shot at, like, has stumbled back and fallen off the stage. Like, there are just people milling around. You guys notice as well, the old man and old woman have now gathered a group of, like, normal people who come out with, like, pickaxes and pitchforks. And any of the, like, crazy smile, frown people, like, that start trying to get uppity, they just are, like, back and they're like, not today, motherfucker, calm down. We once were neighbors, and we'd like for things to go back to the way they were, but I'll fucking skewer you in the chin with this pitchfork if you don't fucking work with me, right? So they got everybody kind of at bay right now. Corvaous and Esmeralda, you guys walk out and see this sort of going on. Kers, you clock Corvaous coming out with Esmeralda as this shit's all going down. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Kers.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down and try and position myself between any of these cultists and anybody else.
Okay. Okay, so you do make a quick acrobatics check for me to land.
It is a 13.
13. All right, no problem. You land, position yourself. You're ready. You guys are all now. Corvaous, what are you? You see your companions mostly grouped up as this shit's all down. You watch as like two of these people get taken out from shots from Talon from Talon and Draven. Silvia has just jumped into a pit of coals and grabbed a dude who is now like screaming in agony as he's got burns all over his body. And before you do anything, though, Esmeralda from under her cloak is like, "Please fucking tell me these aren't your friends."
Technically, no. I just met him today.
Well, we need to go like right now.
Now, the people, like, is there anyone that looks hostile, like, immediately in the area around me and Esmeralda when we come out?
No, there's a wide enough berth that not in the immediate area, no. You'd have to like purposefully head towards them.
And her father is in the tavern. Or that's where she said they took him?
Yeah, and for your period of time, like kind of scoping out town when you guys got here, there is not any sign of a tavern in this town.
Okay. I look at her. Which way do we need to go?
She points to let me pull the map up. She points over here. You guys came in. This fence wouldn't actually be here. This would have been the way you guys came in at first. So she points over towards this direction. She's like, the tavern is not far from here at all. We can get there in less than an hour.
All right. I usher her that direction. And at the same time, I send a shill to get the attention of our friends and to head them in the correct direction.
Okay. The rest of you guys, all this commotion's going on, and you see a little girl with pigtails pop up onto this wooden stage with her inky hands and feet, and she's just kind of does like a quick pirouette, and she's like, "It's time to get the fuck out of here, everybody! Let's go!" And she points over towards where Corvaous and Esmeralda are running out. And as she does, weirdly enough, not centered on her, but on the stage, for the first time in any of your shared time here in Barovia, you guys watch as a single ray of sunshine breaks through the cloud and lights up around this stage. And all of these people stop what they're doing and look up towards the sky. The normal Barovians still like, what the fuck? It's like kind of looking over their shoulder, pitchforks, axes ready. They're ready to fucking throw down. But these motherfuckers with the frowns, like, same creepy smile comes back onto their faces. They look up and they're like, our savior shall show himself. And you guys like immediately, just like the skin on the back, like the feeling when ozone begins to build up before a crack of lightning kind of crawls over all of your skin. You can feel. And Esmeralda to like Corvaous it just shouts out. She's like, "Let's fucking go!" And it beats feet towards fucking exit.
Dave.
Yeah.
Clock the time.
Yeah, I just saw it right now.
So my question is, can you come back next Sunday?
I know my old lady's gonna be in Boston next Sunday, so that leaves me home with the kiddo. I think I could do it. If we're gonna start like around the same time, be 7 p.m. my time. She'll either be home or I could probably come have grandma hang out with her for a little bit while I get going. So yeah, I could probably do that because there's a little bit. This is honestly probably like halfway. To be completely honest.
I know. From what you and I discussed, and I was like, man, it's going great. Everybody's having a fantastic time. Everyone's loving it, and I don't want to cut it short, but I also don't know if any of us can last another 2 hours.
No doubt. I gotta be up for work at 4 a.m. my time, so 11 was like a hard line for me. But so. This would be a good spot. This would be good as long as like everybody's gonna leave, right? I'm assuming we're not. Are we gonna hang out and see what happens?
Like, no, yeah, I'm fuck out of there.
Yeah, everybody's getting out of there. Okay. Right.
This place go. Freaks me out.
So with Esmeralda leading the way to the Legless Horse Tavern, the 6 of you and her make your way down this dirt road in Barovia with no time to spare to witness the first ray of sunshine these lands have seen in God knows how long. And that'll be where we end.
Hey, you six, why don't you give Dragonslayer a round of applause? And Twitch, why don't you do it too?
That was excellent.
If you didn't know, this was Dragonslayer's very first time DMing online. He's been playing and DMing for 20 years. This is the first time he's ever done it online. And the dude just set the bar high for March Madness. Fremmer, I know you were watching earlier. If I was you, I would have went ahead and turned off the computer and started getting ready for tomorrow night and prepping. But Fremmer's on here tomorrow night with a few people, and then Zach is on here Wednesday. Zach is on here Tuesday. Wednesday, we have the one and only Molly. And Thursday is my girl Sunfire. Y'all need to come back. Check this out. It's March Madness in Strahdverse. For all my awesome players, for Dragonslayer, wish you and yours a great start of your week. I don't just want to see you next Sunday. I want to see you tomorrow night, too. Dragonslayer, why don't you and the Sunday night crew say goodnight to the lovely people?
Good night,
everyone.
Night. Thanks for coming.
Hell
yeah.
Bye.